Hated it.
All right, bye, baby. Thank you.
Hated it.
All right, so now we on Crystal's pirated signal. God damn it. That's fucked up, man. We gotta steal her motherfucking page to do our show. Yep, here it is right here.
Yeah, we are.
All right. After much turmoil.
Shit, I was dozing off on this book.
That's how you feel?
He was going to sleep.
Yeah, man, G, it's always something, man. You know, they won't let us be great, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we here, 15 minutes late. I hope people are gonna see we in this piece. You know what I'm saying? We under Miss Crystal page. We had to pirate our signal like a pirate radio station. We had to steal Crystal page because I'm in Facebook jail. And unbeknownst to this gentleman, so is he.
Right. For some shit that I did in 2019.
Man, goddamn it, retroactive.
Right.
Anyway, what's going on? How you feel, G?
Man, we haven't done this in like 3 weeks.
We have not.
It's been a lot going on.
It is, and now we got a special guest with us. What's going on, Miss Tev? How you feel?
What's up, Tev?
Yo, happy to be here.
What's going on?
You happy to be live lately, Tev? I know you used to do lives all the time on your page.
Somebody else just asked me yesterday to be on a podcast, but I haven't done any on my page in a minute.
What is it about you to make people want to? You must be controversial. So you know Lance, I don't know you, but I guess I'm gonna learn today.
I am a little controversial.
What's up, Mr. Caesar?
I'm just dope like that. Just one of them personalities that just
let's go.
I'm on a show with two big head moms.
She typically I kicking it off, right? So you just know, so you already know what time it is. You talking crazy already. Y'all see Liam through the first shot, so I don't want you
no, I'm sorry.
But that was an accurate statement. I do have a big head.
Why look like
and physically.
Why look like we matching? We ain't even nowhere near the same color. But on screen, look like we damn near matching, don't it?
They know, men colorblind, they say. So
is that what they say?
They say your shit is orange.
Yeah.
They say men are colorblind?
Yeah.
About 40% of men are colorblind.
Oh, really? I didn't ever do that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't think I am either. No, I've had moments when I'll be like, that shit is blue. And they be like, no, nigga, that's purple.
Can you shift that towards you?
Which one?
The one on the end.
The very end?
And put it on you. You look a little dark. I mean, I know you dark, but the area looking, there we go. There we go. That's much better. Now you out the shadows, Batman. You know what I mean?
I like standing in the shadows at times.
Anyway, this nigga. Anyway, what's happening with you, baby? How you feel? Hey, they been Gucci with you. I ain't seen you in face-to-face in years.
No, we saw each other face-to-face at the meetup.
You was at the meet and greet?
Yeah, I was in the contest because I was looking real
sexy
in my little PMU
You
dress.
cut your joint up and everything. You sure was killing them.
My shorts was all the way up here.
The meet and greet that we just had?
Yeah, she had turned her PMU t-shirt to a dress. I remember. She's one of the finalists. She looked good in that motherfucker too.
Thank you. I had some hot pink lipstick to match.
Because it matched the pink in the shirt, right?
Yeah, I had the green and pink shirt. Okay. I had it going.
You was coordinating.
Life has been pretty good. I'm really excited. I'm a new student. I go to Arizona State University. So I'm real excited about that. It's a free education, so I couldn't turn that down.
Your job paid for it?
Yeah. You know, I love my job.
Gotta love it. Yeah.
So
what you going to school for?
Software engineering.
Trying to get that money.
Get the money with the big dogs. Trying to be one of them high value women, y'all. We talking about.
Oh shit! Look at her creating career. We got our list of topics already. Don't add another one.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. But
she don't typically agree with women in general. She typically goes.
Yeah, what she just said offline. The reason why she went to jail, it gives you an idea that she probably go against the grain of the majority of women.
I do go against the grain, which makes me controversial, but I also ride niggas a lot, which brings the women back on in. Like, okay, maybe she not a pick me. You know, that's their favorite word.
Oh, maybe that's what you've been labeled as?
Yeah, pick me is equivalent to a
No. I get it.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not a pick me. Trust me when I tell you that. But
well, they're gonna wait for you to look like one. Now that you done said it, like they definitely gonna be waiting for you to pull up.
I do get that sometimes.
You're gonna say some shit, they're gonna be like, there it is.
I agree with men sometimes on topics that women want to play, you know, dumb too. You know, they be acting like they
don't know no better.
Yeah. Man, like, come on, girl. You know we gotta do a little better with that now.
Well, we might have some subjects up your alley today in which they gonna test your pick-me-ism.
All right, yeah, let's get it going.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, let's get it going.
No, let me go ahead and intro the show. You know, I was thinking about and I don't know if I want to do this. I'm gonna run this. But what you think? I wanted to kind of do something different for the intro. You know what I'm saying? So what I was thinking was to start the show off, I play a dope ass like short scene from a movie, like dope line or a short monologue that I kind of set the tone for the show. Only thing is, because of copyright, I don't know if they're gonna block that shit out, because if you play music, they'll mute it.
Right.
I wonder, do they do that for like movies or TV shows and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to.
Hey.
My bad,
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to test it out one time. I'm just gonna have to, because I had a dope movie pulled up.
You got it? I mean, let's go with it.
Yeah, they might not mute it. Nobody ever gonna be able to hear it. They're gonna mute it live while we doing it. That's what I'm saying. Should I do it anyway?
I say do it.
All right.
I mean, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen?
This is kind of.
Somebody said yes, they do.
They do?
They will.
That's what.
Yeah. See, I
Navi said it.
Yeah, because if you ain't got no copyright or whatever on whatever audio you
Navi
playing, they're gonna block it out. You ever? What I was gonna play with? You ever seen?
Why don't you just act it out? Can you do that? Do that shit. King Kong ain't got nothing on me face ass. Do it.
But I won't, because I don't remember the word for word. But I did.
Is it a popular movie?
I don't think it's popular, but it's dope as hell. And I actually acted it out in theater class in college.
You went to? Oh, no, never mind.
Now you think I don't think I went to college?
No. I know you went to college.
Niggas, huh?
I know you went to college.
This nigga here, but hey, Liam kicking it off early. I'm like,
hey man,
I like
listen.
your energy today.
No, you know what it is? I'm actually kind of tired. I had a mentally draining day, so I'm trying to push through
What's
it.
up, Amore? What's happening?
I'm trying to push through it.
Y'all ever seen Malice?
I don't think I know
Malice, no.
With I think it's not Ben Affleck, Alec Baldwin, and it's not Kim Basinger, but it's one of them popular white Sigourney.
It's a 90s movie.
Yeah, but it's dope.
I feel like I've seen it, but
It's
not enough to remember a
It's
quote.
about a chick who having an affair and she fucking with a doctor on the. Well, at a point in the movie, the doctor is on trial for a malpractice, and they are accusing him of having a God complex.
Oh yes.
That is one of the dopest monologues.
Yes, the God complex. Yes.
What?
I gotta see it again. It's definitely not.
You never seen it?
I don't know.
It came out. It's kind of around that the hand that rocks the cradle type shit.
Yeah. But you don't really know what's going on.
Yes.
Joe, this man
I gotta watch that again.
He's sitting in the room with a lawyer, I guess like the medical board.
Yeah.
And they tell him, so they saying you got a God complex. He like, God complex. He like, I am a thoracic surgeon, board certified in so state. He's like, when you are in the operating room number 7 and your parents are praying for you to make it through surgery, you're like, who do you think they're praying to?
Right, they're praying to me.
Right.
Yes.
He's a doctor. He's like, who do you think they're praying to? He was like, you have a God complex.
Yes.
He said, I am God.
Right.
You gotta hear he said it with such disdain.
And it's Alec Baldwin.
No, it's Alec Baldwin and Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
But I don't think I saw that. I was like in third grade.
You gotta watch this movie. In that scene, he delivered it perfect, because it was almost like he was disgusted with the fact that
it was so a matter of fact. It was so a matter of fact, and just kind of like, what do you think?
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck is
I do remember that movie.
What?
I'm gonna have to check that out again.
You have a God complex. Like, I'm offended that you even asked me. He basically told him, like, you clearly don't know nothing about medicine. You talking to me. Man, that shit was so cold. I love that scene. But I was gonna let that kick off the scene, because I got some shit to say to motherfuckers today.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, I got some shit to say. Because I've been let me intro the show. For new listeners, old listeners, first time and never again listeners, goddamn it, this is Pardon My Ugly. It's a place where we have uncomfortable conversation, because we talk about any and everything. It don't matter how much emotion it may stoke, how mad you may get, how unpopular people, even certain people say you necessarily shouldn't talk about. Those are the ones I like to talk about the most, and that's why we got Pardon My Ugly. I'm your host, my man. I'm G-Net. This my man,
Liam.
And we got our guest. Actually, she's been on the show a few times, so she's not a guest. She like family at this point. What's happening with you, baby?
Hey, y'all.
Let them know who you are.
It's your girl, Tev. I'm happy to be here, ready to kick it off with y'all.
Yeah, she done been on a few times. I want her back, because I always love when we had Tev on the show, because she always got good, interesting opinions. And we got a bunch of shit to talk about today. You know what? You got to keep me on task. No. It's something we talked about. Yeah. I'm supposed to be cussing much less. I gotta stop. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
I gotta stop cussing so much. I cuss way too much. Even when I ain't trying to, I be saying stuff like "and shit." And I don't even mean it. I don't even mean
shit
to
don't
say
even
it.
need to go there.
You know, be like, man, buddy was walking down the street talking this shit, and we out the window. They be like, "What? You cuss?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I ain't cuss." Like it's just so a part of my dialect. Like I just say it and I don't even notice it.
Do you think it's cursing or is the type of curse words you're using?
What do you mean?
Like there's certain curse words that's like, damn. Like if you say shit or damn or fuck. I think those are just kind of standard curse words. But I think it may be the combination of, because when you get charged, you just kind of like throw a wicked combination of curse words that really don't make sense.
Well, fuck ain't regular. Fuck as far as like one word cuss words at the top of the list.
Yeah, that's
like fucking bitch is like
that's the big one.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
I don't drop the B word often. I don't say bitch often.
I don't either.
Unless I'm quoting a lyric from a rap song. From
I say it a lot when talking with my homies, but I never say it like to women typically. Which means I can check myself both ways.
Sure.
Because I'm cognizant of when I'm around women. When I'm around my guys, I might drop it more frequently on some nigga talk type stuff. But yeah, I need to chill out. So y'all keep
you got a potty mouth?
I do. And
what side of Chicago you from?
I'm not stopping. I'm West Side.
Oh, yeah, you definitely cuss a lot.
You heard what she said. She said she's not stopping.
Fucking cuss a
She's
lot.
like, damn Lance and all his righteousness.
Yeah. I'm over here quiet because I got cannot participate in this part of the conversation.
But I cuss too much. I cuss too much. Like it's distracted to the show.
Yeah, I had a friend say, "Hey man, I love the show, but your man."
Yeah, I agreed. Didn't I agree right away? I was like, yeah, I ain't arguing.
Yeah, right. You ain't even give us any pushback.
People really be critiquing the way you talk, huh?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Positive. I don't mind constructive criticism. I like it.
Listen, you'll be amazed at how like when you in the midst of it, you don't hear it. But if you loak at that shit later,
yes.
Like I've heard myself on recordings before, and it's just like, every time I get sounds drunk, awful.
I be in I listen the next day. I'm like, what the hell?
I've seen a few of the videos.
Embarrassing.
But anyway, to go ahead and get right to it, there's a few things I got to get off my chest. So for those watching on YouTube, you may not be familiar with what I'm about to talk about because, like I say, this is from the Pardon My Ugly group. And I don't like to do too much talking about what's going on in the Pardon My Ugly group because we got people who listen on audio only, which I got to keep uploading on below. I ain't been uploading that. But anyway, Joe, this week in particular, do you be in a group a lot?
I be in there every day. I'm what they call a wall watcher.
Joe, the group is mainly 35 to 45, and it's actually a nice demographic of 25 to 35 and 45 to 55, but 35 to 45, it's main demographic. It's a grown ass man in that motherfucker really pretending to be out of town with a chick whose pictures he stole off IG. He done created a whole storyline. He got multiple posts like in real time. Like, hey, we out to dinner right now. When she done eating, I'm going to eat her ass. Like she actually sitting next to him. Like but he doing this. Now he been telling people for a minute that he all type of players and pimps and do it. So people need to realize we got some real detectives in PMU. Mainly Sarah Hunt. Because every time there's a controversy, Sarah gets to the bottom of that shit ASAP.
Right.
ASAP. Like, if you Sarah's boyfriend and you dating her, don't cheat. Don't be honest and forthright, because on my mama, she a beast at that shit, Joe. She found out about old girl who was catfishing. Remember Tiffany that she do J-Hub and pretending like she was two different people?
A guy and a girl.
Yeah, he pretended to be two people. Sarah got her.
Sarah said whatever.
Oh, that's her. Joe, Sarah, you be on it, Joe. You be coming up with receipts. You be the one noticing the discrepancies in the story. She like, well, on the first picture, she had black fingernail, but on the second picture, she had white fingernail. And then I noticed that she had a different hairstyle. And Buddy was like, well, she like to change a lot. She was like, nah, you got to wash that out. That's a lot of jail. That's a lot. I'm like, damn, Joe. She got details, Joe. But anyway, she bust dude out. I don't even know if he responded since they was on his ass. Because he put up about 4 posts on his own, bragging.
Yeah. Like
he would, because the chick he posted was decent.
Hey, listen, if she was on his ass like that, that's the moment when you lay low. That's the moment when you lay the fuck low.
Why the fuck are you even doing it? You
like, why is he doing it? Well,
Because he
like
light
Kenneth
skinned.
said, he like that's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to offend the
Because
host.
he light skinned.
He
There you go.
making
There you
light
go.
skinned people look absolutely
Oh,
terrible.
please don't do us like that. Please
Oh,
don't make all
man.
of us. Because he not even.
But he is extremely
But
lame.
is he light skinned? He more like piss colored, Joe. Like he
Oh,
light,
damn.
Joe.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
just whatever he
Piss.
got in him is coming out.
Yeah,
That
like
is absolutely terrible.
please don't make all us responsible for his shenanigans, Joe. Please.
What's
He making
his
y'all look a little
nickname? What's his
bad.
nickname?
I don't even want to say his name,
Not,
really.
not his real
nickname.
name. Sassy Bone. Sassy Bone. That's awful.
Joe,
What is
Sassy Bone.
Yeah, you
got
said
to be
you
one of
was
the
like,
funniest
nigga,
nicknames
if
of all
somebody
That
ever
was
time.
called
funny.
you
And what
Sassy
was the other
Bone.
one they
No,
called
we
him?
fighting. You call me Sassy Bone, G. Like, nah. Because
Sassy
they say he
Bone.
look like Bone from Bone Thugs. But he,
Yeah.
oh, Joe. I don't know who called him Sassy Bone, but salute.
It
That
was,
shit ain't never going away.
That
I
shit
call
ain't
him
never
Evil
going
Steve
away.
because I ain't really want to call him Sassy
You know,
Bone.
like 5 or 10 years from now, we're gonna be like, hey, y'all remember Sassy Bone?
Joe,
And
what if you
motherfuckers
see
just
him
gonna
walking
break
down the
out.
street and motherfucker be like, hey, Sassy Bone.
SB.
No, you got to fight, G. You got to, Joe, calling another man sassy, that's a violation.
Sassy is that's a terrible thing to be called. There's
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
then-
other shit, but sassy
And then
is up
for
there.
whatever reason, I don't know why Lolo decided to kick the fight off with Bootney.
Who?
I don't know why Lolo
Oh,
decided to call Bootney out for whatever. I don't know why. You know he ain't gonna do nothing but throw 37 9-syllable words at you to say some shit he could have said in 3 sentences. He ain't gonna use no punctuation. He gonna call you 10 nitwits. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe, I don't know what y'all on. Whenever I go to jail, y'all go nuts, G. Y'all go nuts.
they
like,
trying to balance out the foolishness.
man,
They
some.
trying to balance it out.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I normally when I'm in jail, I don't watch, but y'all been entertaining the hell out of me lately. Y'all been entertaining the hell out of me. I appreciate it. I'm glad I wasn't in there because I about would have offended Buddy because this is the type of lame stuff that I be talking about. When I be saying 95% of dudes is lame, this is exactly
that's an accurate
what
number.
I'm talking about. You niggas is terrible, Joe. You niggas is, and he is a representation, unfortunately, of a lot of dudes out here living the fantasy world, bro. On the real.
Right.
This man done told us he sells himself
Yeah.
sexually. So he's supposed to be a pimp, but you
Pimp who
photoshopping
sell
pictures and
himself.
shit, man.
I
Joe.
thought Pimp's supposed to sell the bitches.
Gang.
Nigga, what's that website he said he was on? He's on somewhere. So this man did like two 2-hour-long lives about a week ago. One of them might have been longer than that because
I saw one when he was in the car.
That
He
was like
got out the car and left the live running and then got back in the car.
Charleston Whiteface ass boy. Joe, this mark a nut. But anyway, I just wanted to say, Joe, y'all been wild. And Sarah, we appreciate your Inspector Gadget ass skills. Goddamn it, I will never lie to you on the real. I'm surprised Kim McNair wasn't involved because she big on the receipts. She keep like a box of the motherfuckers. Like when your mama she used to keep all the receipts. Kim got receipts on everything, Joe. You can't be playing with her either. Aisha done got up in that motherfucker. She done got her junior scout detective badge. Like, Joe, don't come in PMU trying to reinvent yourself, telling all these lies. It's Chicago. It ain't even 6 degrees of separation Chicago. It's like 3 degrees of separation Chicago. Everybody knows somebody,
Everybody know
Joe.
everybody.
The lie, you gonna get caught, Joe.
Especially in these Facebook streets. Everybody know everybody.
You gonna get caught. You gonna get caught. Now you out here looking like a goofy. What can he come back and say? What can he come in the group and say after that shit?
I was just playing.
He
No,
can't say much.
he was calling Mars lame for calling him a liar and then making posts talking about y'all some haters and all this shit. So he done already stood on it 10 toes.
There was some bad editing in that one of them pictures too. Like the top of her chick head was
Joe,
cut
they
off.
went and found they not only went and found the pictures that he posted, they put the contrasting dates.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Like you said, he was just with her. She took this picture in March. I'm like, damn. Damn, Joe, why y'all like this? But anyway, I just what Sarah say, he was trying to prove to y'all that he get 10s and not just wide back people. He has been going hard on the chicks in the group too. He been very insulting towards the women in the group. So he ain't doing nothing but giving them motivation to get on his ass.
And that's exactly why, because he talked too much shit.
I thoroughly enjoy it. Normally, I ain't really with the niggas getting beat up, but when you act like dude, hey,
Have at it.
hey, Joe, you whatever you got it. Whatever you got coming, you deserved it. You deserve it because you be talking mad crazy about the chicks in the group for nothing. There's another dude in the group who started to do that shit too. He done made a couple posts that's flagrantly insulting. And I was surprised. Today he said some shit like, it's too many half-ass average chicks in here with some shit he said. I was like, whoa.
It must have got dropped to the bottom.
Joe, I was surprised they didn't cut his motherfucking head off.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either.
I was shocked they
Amor
cut his
said
head.
that's Sean.
There it is, Sean Brewster or some shit like that.
I'm not here.
I seen him a couple of times say like some weird ass shit. Like, nigga, if you gay, just say that.
Damn.
They be going so hard on us for no reason. We
There it is.
Business. We just rolling
And we're off.
Damn, Gabrielle Union, why you gotta be gay though?
Damn, Sam. And we're off.
Why you gotta be gay though?
He spent all his time dissing us. Like, what did we do to you? Boy, go talk to your mama. Let that hurt go. Let it go.
Speaking of gay, y'all see Gabby and Lil Boosie get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What do you think of that shit, dog?
Dude, it's over the top. You know what I'm saying? It's over the top.
You think Gabby's out of line or she defending her family?
I mean, it's Gabby. It's Gabby in the true essence. Now, who I was shocked that put the cables on Gabby was what's my girl name that used to be
Jamil
on ESPN?
Hill?
I was really shocked at her.
Why she with that? She with all that.
I mean, she is, but I mean, she should be neutral in that shit.
Man,
now, if you want to say something to
girl
gas it
power.
up and to keep and throw some fuel on the flame, then I get that.
It's girl power. She ain't stopping girl power. She jumping right on that train.
Yeah.
So this video that I watched with Gabby had on the yellow, right? And she was like, if you gauge us, if you want to
That
tell
was
us
with
something,
yeah.
that was with Jamel Hill.
So that's
That was
new,
Jamel
right?
Hill,
Yeah, that
right.
came out.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think she was, I guess she was just defending her family, but at this point, after he already apologized for like saying what he said or whatever. So
I don't even know what you talking about, Boosie, right?
Yeah,
I don't even know what he said.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long
first
time
of
ago.
all.
It was 2 years ago. That's the first thing.
yeah.
It was 2 years ago when Zaya first decided that she was going to be a she. And
Say that real,
Boosie-
say that fast real fast.
And Boosie came and said, like, Dwayne Wade, you taking it too far. This is a 12-year-old boy. Boys don't know what they want to do.
He said,
they
don't
even
cut
know
his
where they
penis
meal.
off.
He said they don't even know where
Is
their
that
meal
what he
coming
said?
from. Don't cut his penis off.
Wow.
But after that, he went on another podcast and said, like, I'm sorry, I still feel how I feel, but I shouldn't have said it in regards to that man's child.
Yeah.
So he really apologized for
You
it.
see Mike Tyson when Mike Tyson confronted Boosie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was like, "Are you gay?"
No. You know the part of that. You know the part that I thought, man. First of all, I love Mike Tyson. He's like one of my favorite people in the world. But like towards the end, Boosie was like, "Shit, I'll say it again. I'll stand on it." And Mike was like, "Wow, would you?" And then Boosie was like, "Yeah." Mike was like, "Wow." And it was something. It was everything in that wild. He was just like, "Damn, you would still do it?"
You know, Mike Daughter the one put him up to that, right?
No, I'm not here.
Yeah, Mike Daughter.
Oh, because Mike daughter is part of that community.
Right. I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's transgender. I don't know.
Sure.
But I know she's part of that community. Right. And he said that before Boosie came, like she came out like, "No, I got something to say to him. Woo wop de wham." So she kind of put the jumper cables on Mike to get it dude like that. But yeah, everything you said was correct. It was a while ago. I was just wondering why now.
Yeah, like you've done so many videos and stuff. I mean, many interviews and stuff since then. What's the big deal now?
Jamel probably asked, we only got that part.
Right,
so we don't know. I didn't see the whole interview.
I didn't see it.
So to give them the benefit of the doubt, Jamel may have asked her a question about that.
Maybe because they talk about what's the dude that be singing?
Lil
Nas, yeah, like they lumped him in with her. But I'm gonna tell you what I found funny. First of all, she got the right to defend her family. She wanted to defend her family because he ain't had to say none of that, regardless of whether that's his opinion.
Mm.
But what I always find funny is women often defend that community by calling the person that they think is attacking that community gay.
Gay.
That makes sense to you? How you gonna defend that community, but then use that community as an insult?
As an insult, yeah.
You can't do both. You can't be like, just stop calling my son gay with your gay ass. How you gonna do both? You know what I'm saying? Like she literally was like, "Oh, he got dick on his mouth." So you basically saying he gay. You're roasting him,
right,
for making fun of your child.
Yeah,
right. And it was a snarkiness on her voice. Mm-hmm. She was definitely
she queen snarky.
Yeah, using it like as an insult.
That she was backwards as hell.
I do see that a lot though. I don't know how it works, but I definitely see.
Is that how you feel as a woman? So if a dude is constantly talking about somebody in that community to attack him in that regards,
I think that Black men are homophobic.
Some.
Really?
Yeah, a lot
Some.
of black men are homophobic.
A lot. That's fair.
And I do think that in the past, when it wasn't as, popular to be gay or understanding to be gay, those men did try to hide it by making jokes and talking about the other community, But now I don't think that is as big of an issue. But I want to tell y'all a story, right? I was at this party.
We love stories.
I was at this party one time, right? And I do not. I don't never think like a person is gay just by looking at them, unless they're flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on. Before you start.
I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about a black man. Unless he's flamboyant, I'm not just saying, oh yeah, he's gay.
So you ain't never seen no dude who had like them soft feminine type moves the way he talk. He was like, he definitely got some sugar in the thing.
That's what you mean by the
That's
flamboyant.
flamboyant. I just say it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Because I know some guys like that, and I
get down there tell as soon as you start talking. Because most gay dudes change their voice.
The gay dudes talk with they talk with it like a little swing in their voice.
Right, they don't talk with their regular natural voice.
I'm not talking about that. Okay,
they put that little lisp in there. What you doing?
Look, let me tell y'all this though. So is in this family, I was at this family gathering. At this family gathering is a couple of little boys that have those kind of like flamboyant tendencies, right? Mm-hmm. And they come from the same father, okay? Now I'm observing his father, how he's interacting with his son, and I'm thinking that he's getting the gene comes from this dad, or however you want to put it. I don't know if it's a gene or if he's training them, whatever. But I saw this man playing with his son, and he was punching him in the butt. Like he had him over his hip, and he was punching him in the butt. And it made me think like this man is gay because he's trying to beat the gay out of his son. Now, I'm like, what is going on around here?
Wait a minute. What was happening that you thought the reason the beating was taking place?
Because it was his butt. Why is he beating? He got his fist like this. He's not whipping him. He's not whipping him. He's just like.
Was he punching him for real?
He's punching the shit out of him in his ass. Punching the shit.
But
and
why
the baby is used to it though.
They were just roughhousing. Why would you say you were beating the gay out of him?
This man was trying to beat the gay out of that baby, y'all. Y'all don't understand. This man had that baby over his lap like
now
this.
Now you see why I like having on.
He was over the lap like this, and his butt was right here. He was just going boom, boom, boom. I said, this man trying to beat the gay out of his baby.
And the reason why, and what prompted this?
Nothing. It wasn't even a whooping. He was just, this is just something that they do.
It was just playing. He could have been playing. They're just playing. They just roughhousing.
You don't have no boys though, do you?
Yeah, I got a son, and I'm a little brother.
Her point is, you wouldn't be punching him in the ass.
You punching your son in the ass?
My brother used to punch me in the butt because it make your sciatic nerve hurt. So it flares up your sciatic nerve
like
and
on
it makes
the
you walk
side.
No, not on no side.
No, right in the back.
His butt cheeks.
So listen,
boom.
in my brother's defense, I don't think he knew what he was doing, but I used to run from him. So he would punch me in the butt, and I didn't know what was happening, but my leg would seize up.
Right.
So once he found out that that's what would happen when he punched me in the butt, so now I can't run. Oh, that was a tactic. Punch me right in the butt and the thigh. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll be trying to run. Now my shit be stiff as shit. I'm like, why my leg do this when this nigga punch me in the butt? Now I find out later it's your sciatic nerve, but he did it as a kid, probably on accident. But yeah, I mean, he might have just been playing the butt of the fleshy part so you don't really hurt nobody. Listen, I don't know. I ain't even say he gonna beat the gay. Like
he was trying to beat the gay out there.
Was he telling him stop liking boys? Stop liking boys?
He know in his heart that he is a little gay, and he thinking like his son.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Yeah, you nuts for this one.
Okay, he thinking his son is flamboyantly being a little too gay,
and how old are the boys?
They little. He's thinking
like little,
5, 6. But I'm talking about talk with the twang already, the little switch already.
Listen, I get what you're saying, but we gotta be careful, man. We gotta let kids be kids.
Being the gay.
Yeah. Sometimes we gotta let kids be kids, man. Sometimes
I didn't say that he was that the little kid was. But I think that's what the daddy thinks. I think that's what the daddy thinks.
No, he wasn't giving no ass shots. Now shut your ass up.
They said we drink an Aquafina. I ain't gonna lie, I said that when
this shit is Aquafina. That's what he did.
What the fuck is Aquafina?
He gave it to us though. I'm gonna drink it, son.
Hey, listen, because you already know every time you get somebody to drink water, they leave it half. They don't hardly drink. Take 3 sips and leave the whole bottle sitting in your crib.
Right.
You know, I know that shit drive you nuts, though, because it happen to me all the time.
I don't be paying that much attention, bro.
Oh, that's too funny. She said you are not homophobic for not approving of one. Listen, we ain't even getting into all that.
No, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that.
I didn't got into enough trouble. Goddamn, I'm cool.
Kenneth, that's how my brain works. I be putting these puzzles together, these pieces together, y'all.
But I'm just saying, I ain't mad at her for defending her kids. I just feel like you restarted this conversation.
Agreed.
It was done. I don't think Boosie had said. Maybe he did, and I'm not aware of it. So I'll leave that. Maybe he said something recently, but as far as I know, he hadn't said nothing about them in quite a while. So this is kind of coming out of left field, even if Jamel did ask her a question. But I just thought it was.
I think she probably just asked her a question and they just went
maybe
with that shit. It was probably a sidebar.
But while we speaking of wild shit, y'all seen the Balenciaga ads?
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, you showed me that shit today. That's disturbing.
Yeah.
So my question is, obviously the ad is some. So those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock, which Lynn would, because you're probably right next to his ass. Balenciaga came out with a couple ads in which it was a child holding a teddy bear that had like S&M type clothes on, like leather
like
straps.
The teddy bear had a chain and
right. And then the other thing that was very disturbing was that they had some paperwork spread out on the table in the ad, and none of the paperwork was visible except for one piece of paper that was some type of a document about a court hearing regarding child pornography. Now,
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, that's what made it. That's why Sean Hannity actually talked about it. Like they showed the document. It was the only document. There's like 5 or 6 spread on the table,
but it's only one that's focused.
It's only one that you can actually see what it was about. Like see the word. If you now you had to zoom in on it, but the rest of them you couldn't see at all. Now it ain't no coincidence that you got a court document here about child pornography. Like these ain't just grab a bunch of paper spread on the table. No. That's not a coincidence. So initially, Balenciaga got some flack and Sean Hannity came out. Sean, whatever his name is, one of them bogus ass TV shows. He did a little expose on it real quick, and they got some flack. They apologized initially. Then they tried to say they was gonna sue the ad company that did it for $25 million, as if that shit don't get run up the chain and check by 1,000. Right? They say they not gonna sue him. So 2 things. One, and enough people talking about this for me personally, because they tried to make Kyrie apologize like instantly. This was the talk of the town all day. Nike dropping him, all this shit for simply posting a tweet about anti-Semitic shit. But they a big $1 billion company, one in which a ton of celebrities are tied into,
affiliated with, right? Yeah,
sponsor for Kim being one of the biggest ones. Do a child pornography ad and for silent. Everybody got an opinion on Kyrie. Everybody got an opinion on Kanye. But child porn, nothing. Nobody dropping them. Right. Nobody saying we ain't finna be affiliated with Balenciaga no more. Cutting ties.
So why do you think that is?
Come on, for don't care. Because they a big mega company and they ain't black. I told you when the Kyrie shit happened.
Definitely because
only us gotta pay the huge penalty. When the Kyrie shit happened, my biggest issue, remember I said this on the podcast, my biggest issue with black people, even with Kanye, same thing, was acting like he deserved how he was getting treated because of what he did. And I kept saying, when white folks step over the line, they are not drugged to this length.
Not at all.
They get to make a small mea culpa and diss a fucking peer.
Yeah.
And half the time, it don't be no real apology. It be on some, I'm sorry if you were offended type shit.
Yep.
Right. Or I wasn't aware.
I was something.
That's their favorite line. I wasn't aware.
I wasn't aware.
Something.
My apologies. My best friend is black.
Right. But Balenciaga. And then you can tie in the Jerry Jones shit. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know Jerry Jones, they showed a picture of him 65 years ago, standing at one of them Arkansas schools where there was a mob of people trying to restrict integration of students. Now, he said he was just standing there.
He had no idea what was going on.
Could be true.
Absolutely not.
Hold on. We don't know. It's a still picture. I don't know if he just walked up there as a curious kid wondering what the fuck. Maybe.
Oh, that part could be true, but I
don't give a shit. Denounce racism the same way Kyrie ain't say a fucking thing either.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't recall.
And they made him denounce anti-Semitism.
Which I don't recall Jerry Jones doing.
Jerry Jones is not going to do that because Jerry Jones is a old white man from the state of Texas, and they're not going to tell me that he's not racist.
And Jerry lost me when they was doing the Colin Kaepernick, when he was threatening his players, saying that if you operating your God-given right to protest,
if they take the knee right during the
That's when he lost me.
Well, consider this though. Damn, Jerry.
Mm.
Damn, Balenciaga. I want to know where's the outrage?
Where's the outrage?
Is the demand from media members to make him denounce racism? What you see how they grill Kyrie? When they first brought it to him, he made it clear that he wasn't anti-Semitic, but they wanted him to say
the word,
specific words.
Yeah.
But with Jerry, we just ask you about it, and whatever answer you give us will suffice.
Right.
With Balenciaga, they not on their ass. They ain't asking for nobody to be fired, step down. These celebrities ain't running away from them. And that's what I said last time. When you black, you got to face the harshest penalty possible. So I don't care what Kanye say. I don't care how far he go. I ain't with them getting dragged publicly. Because when them white motherfuckers do some wild shit, they will not get the same public dragging.
They won't. And what we do is we tear each other down to hold up the white people. Whatever they saying about us, they right. He's so stupid. Why would he post that? First of all, this is supposed to be America. That man is supposed to be able to believe what he wants to believe. There are tons of black people who believe they are Hebrew Israelites. My uncle, may he rest in peace, been dead for years. When I was 12 years old, he told me he was a Hebrew Israelite. So there's a ton of people who believe this. And he can't, the fact that he believe it or don't believe it, because he never said if he even agreed with everything that was in the documentary. He never even said that. He
didn't say anything. He just posted. He didn't
say anything, right?
The ad.
So you can't even have your own way of thinking, and you have to come and be humiliated, apologize for what? And now you losing contracts and doing all this. And we got all these black people saying Kyrie's so dumb. No, nigga, you dumb. Like, this man has a right to feel how he want to feel about any subject. And we just tear each other down. Whenever we can start building each other up, we'll be so much better. So much better. Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
And I don't even want to get political. Just know. Never gonna happen.
Terrible.
Right. Never gonna happen.
It's like Brett Favre, his people ain't drag him. Stole all that money.
Because he probably paying some of them.
His people ain't drag him.
This man stealing money from one of the poorest states in the fuck. Like, he ain't robbed no motherfucker, got some bread.
Right.
He wasn't doing no corporate shit. Joe, they mob robbing the poorest state in the union.
Poorest state.
Yeah.
For volleyball course for his dog. You ain't got the bread to donate to that school. You a fucking multi-millionaire. You're doing your
Why spend somebody else's money? Why spend your money?
Because it's your daughter. You want the school to have it. Listen, that's what boosters do all the time, don't they?
Hmm?
Ain't that what boosters do for college programs? Be a booster for your daughter's school. Other millionaires give to these schools all the time. It's a tax write-off. Then niggas said, fuck that. I'm gonna take the money from goddamn it, social services or whatever the hell they.
Yeah.
Man, please. You ain't see his ass. Man, listen, we ain't the guy. Listen, you already know how I feel about all that shit, man. When it come to us, it's always the worst, bro. It's always the worst. But anyway, while we on the bullshit, this is just something that I thought. I got a question. It's completely out of left field. Y'all might even be familiar with it.
Okay.
So Ashanti told a story recently, in which I don't know at what point in career this happened, but some dude was giving her multiple beats, and he gave her the option to either pay him $40,000.
Oh yeah, I heard this shit.
Or run the box. I think it was specifically to take a shower, but
It was take a shower.
Run the
AKA
box.
Juice.
Yeah. AKA.
So my question is that wrong?
Is what wrong?
To offer her to say, hey, listen, you can pay for the beats or you can give me some ass.
I don't think it's wrong at all. I mean, I don't think it's wrong. I mean,
I'm sure that's part of that industry. I don't think that's.
But a lot of people say that's bogus as hell. He wrong for doing that, so on and so forth. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, if it'd be different if he was saying you can get him for free if you screw. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was never gonna make her pay for it. If it was always, I'm just gonna give it to you, and then at the end you was like, okay, you gotta screw me. But if it always was going to be a transaction of some kind, she was going to pay for these beats. And he like, listen, you can pay for them like we originally agreed on, or you can.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, I ain't making no judgments.
Yeah.
I'm a woman, and if
I don't think that shit is on you. That shit probably happens all the day, B, every day, B.
Yeah, I think it happens every day. I think every day people get offered like, look, you want noodle? You want to give me some? Or you know?
That means it's illegal, or is you shouldn't be offering. Sex shouldn't be brought into that.
Sex sells. Sex is always. You can always buy something with your box.
I used to say.
Oh damn! God damn!
She not lying though. Like it ain't much you can't get with box. Like let's think about it. What with box? Motherfucker get rent, groceries, car notes, education,
right?
Yeah.
All type of bills paid,
all levels, all
trips.
kind of levels of stability.
Get their kids taken care of. Joe, why are you woofing? Box might be the #1 most tradable asset in the world.
Dude, somebody asked me before, because we both in sales, and I always used to say, like, man, I would never have a job like if I didn't have a base salary and commission. The only thing that I would sell just with commission only would be air, and if I was a pimp or something like that, like yeah, like because that's gonna sell. That's gonna sell.
For your spot,
drugs
dude.
gonna sell too. Yeah. Drugs. Nobody got to talk nobody into buying drugs.
Yeah,
just let people know you have it.
Drugs and box for
just
sure.
Like box.
They'll be here when we are living underground in the world, the new world order. Drugs and box is still gonna get spread around.
But it's a dime a dozen, so you just got to make sure you got
what is
box.
That ain't never mattered.
I'm just saying, like, you just gotta, as if you somebody that's out there selling a box, you just better make sure it's quality.
What you think that don't matter either?
You don't think it matters,
nigga? You never heard of back pages? You thought there's a bunch of quality women on back pages? You think the women out here selling box now, they all quality?
Right.
Have you been to Arnie's?
It's been a while.
But you been there though, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you was there, you remember a lot of quality sauntering around that motherfucker?
Actually, there was one.
Quality?
You been to
Her name was all that jazz.
Red Diamond and any of these strip clubs in Chicago?
Yeah. No,
Man,
Cowboys.
Joe, these chicks booty up, they carrying around a bag of bricks. That shit would be an edge over here, an edge over there. Like, hold on, shorty, you gonna cut me, goddamn, with your motherfucking booty? Is your man, please? No, it ain't got to be quality. It got to be available. Listen, I used to have this conversation all the time. Because you know me, I'm of the opinion that men care way more about sex than women. And women argue me down a line, no. So I used to be like, listen.
We had this conversation, I think, last.
Right. I think you was on the other side at first until I broke it down for you.
It was within an age range.
Yeah, I think age matters. Age matters.
Age matters.
Age matters.
You lost this debate last time. Age definitely
I ain't never lost a debate.
For sure.
No age.
I ain't never lost a debate.
You lost that one.
There is no age.
Can't say Jimmy.
Listen, the only thing he gonna be able to name is like a 3 to 4 year period. Man.
No. I think after like 42, 43, 44. That number gets very.
Look, I do agree with him. Scientifically, it says that also because you guys go through like your sex drive, highest peak, like when you're younger, like 18, 19, 20, 21. For women, our sexual peak does not hit until late 30s, early 40s.
I don't give a damn. Y'all ain't doing nothing but trying to catch up.
But at that point, our brain thinks about it a little bit more.
That was the only debate that you had. Is because you're playing the catch-up game.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
How your testosterone? You good?
I'm good.
I'm good. I think it's a lot of niggas they good.
I think it's a lot of niggas that's good too.
And them niggas is horny, and if they ain't getting no ass on the regular, they paying for it. They watching porn. They paying for OnlyFans. They buying prostitutes. Man, you crazy.
If you're talking about 50s, it gets really.
How many male strip clubs you know?
No, I know now. I know men in their 30s who don't think about it as much as women.
How many male strip clubs are you aware of?
I don't like male strippers.
That's not what I asked you. That is not what I asked.
Zero.
Oh, you said male strip clubs.
Male strip clubs.
Oh, where the men is in there stripping.
Yeah.
I don't think none.
Okay. You watch porn?
Yes.
I know you watch porn, right?
Sometimes.
Well,
I watch porn. It's geared towards
just based on
towards men.
Just based on your experience, what do you think the percentages of porn that is geared towards men?
All of it.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
And the interesting thing is that particular porn that's geared towards men is also geared towards women.
You familiar with prostitutes?
Sure.
In your experience, how many of them niggas?
Well, you want to go to Boys
Y'all can't
Town.
win this conversation.
I just think at a certain point, women do think about it more. It's on our brain.
You ever known a nigga to fuck up his situation over some pussy, whether his family, his job, his money? You ever known niggas to do that?
All the time.
Yeah.
How many women you know do that?
A lot.
You know women to fuck
But
up.
that's a whole nother subject because they can get away with it a lot easier.
Remember the question I asked? Not over a man.
Oh,
not over a woman. I said over pussy.
Oh.
So how many women you know to fuck up their situation over dick?
Oh, just dick alone, not the man?
No, because niggas don't be in love with the chick that fuck they shit up. Niggas cheat, lose their family, fuck a chick at their job, get fired, all type of fuck up money, fucking with some goofy chick. They girl, they in a relationship with this chick. This is on a regular basis. How many women are
not
fucking?
Often.
Yeah, I don't.
But women like sex as much as men. Y'all better stop playing.
You're talking about extreme scenarios. Just because they don't fall in that, you're talking about just because they don't fall in them categories don't mean,
nigga,
with that age range,
man.
I'm telling you. You think so too?
Okay.
I do think so. I do think so.
I got another question. How many of you men you know, with the exception of religion, have voluntarily gone without sex?
No,
I don't know. I'm sure that there are some.
There's a few.
Now, are you
sure that
familiar with women? Religion,
yeah, women take breaks. They be like, I'm going on a 90-day break. Praise God to you women. Break for me too.
But we also said, and correct me if I'm wrong, that dudes go on breaks, but it ain't on purpose. They just
don't count.
A drown is different than a break.
Yeah, it don't count.
That shit counts. It's all relevant.
No, because you didn't choose it.
Yeah.
You didn't date women. I know a chick. She is fine. She ain't decent. She fine. She 45. She look 30-something. She lean. She got money. So she stopped fucking for 2 years. Like, what the fuck?
That's another. Save that for another. Because we'll get lost in that.
You see what I'm saying? Joe, I know a lot of women, multiple women who have taken long periods of time.
We do that. Well, we have to.
But y'all like sex as much as man. It ain't even close.
Some stuff.
Just because they don't get it, don't mean that they don't want it.
When it comes to thinking about it, I thought the question was.
And men,
that's the question.
Men are always thinking about it. When it comes to this conversation,
I don't really think there's a way. First of all, I don't think there's a way to really measure it unless you did a survey of a certain amount of people.
Say you don't lose debate, so he went.
But women think about that shit a lot.
When it comes to this conversation, men are the USA Dream Team '92, and women are the Washington Generals playing against the Harlem Globetrotters.
Not at all.
Y'all don't come close to us.
Not at all.
Men go through men will drop a bag on a chick. 400-500, they ain't never fuck and probably ain't gonna fuck for the chance to for the small opportunity. Even I know niggas who eat. I can tell you so much shit niggas done did
about dudes
just
that
for pussy.
You was about to say eat pussy and don't smash.
No. They only eating it hoping to smash, and if they don't, they willing to take that chance. They can drop 500-600 on her, hoping to fuck. G, hoping.
But that behavior doesn't mean that they like it more.
Nigga, if I'm willing to do more, go through more, pay more to do something,
reckless as shit, though,
then
Joe.
I like it more.
But we reckless as shit, though.
We really need to change the subject because this is exactly where it's gonna go. Like we're not stopping to have, we're not taking breaks because we don't want to have sex. It's because we don't want to deal with the lame ass niggas that keep coming our way. So we like, you know what? I gotta rethink some shit. I gotta refocus.
Hold on.
I don't need no diggling.
I let you have this. Tag you in. You about to lose this.
I don't need no diggling, fogging up my brain. You know what I'm saying? That's what the breaks be for. Motherfuckers still be playing with themselves, still be using some vibrators.
Nigga, the sex toy industry.
Still be doing all that. Still be getting off. The break ain't about y'all. The break ain't about y'all at all. And we still got a handy dandy. Don't forget about the handy dandy. You can call up and say, you know what?
No. You abstaining. Ain't no handy dandy. You abstaining.
No, that's what they telling us.
Look,
we ain't talking about liars. We going to what they say.
Handy dandies can do some other stuff besides just juice.
Listen, all you have done was giving me reasons why they are choosing to stay away from sex, and they have options.
But the question, the original question was that who likes it or who thinks about it more.
And you cannot give me a litany of reasons why men choose to go without sex. You can't name me 3 reasons why a man who got options chicks that he can bone who want to bone him, and he just saying no.
That's a different subject.
No, it's not, because I'm telling you, niggas do not choose. Niggas want sex so bad they never choose to go without. They go through hell to get it. They pay for it.
But that still
They
doesn't
stress
speak.
it.
How does that speak to that they want it more?
Because
That they think about
again,
it more. Because the
Just
question
because you
is,
think about it and you do dumb shit, that means you want it more.
if I'm willing to do more to get it,
Mm.
go through more to get it, go after it more,
right.
then how do I not
Right,
want
I
it more?
just-
Like, name something in which you don't, with somebody want more than you, but they ain't, to me, it's obvious. I'm doing way more shit than you to get the same thing. How could you say I don't want it more?
Because we're wired the same way as women.
The audience has declared that
Hold on. Because we're wired the same way. They have to move the same way that we do.
No one's saying about this. You can move.
No. I'm saying we both have desires, men and women, right?
Yes.
Right. So what I'm saying is, just because they don't move like us don't mean that they don't want it as much. And the reason why I say that is because they're wired differently. So there are a few exceptions. There are a few
You just
fucking
explaining why they don't want it as much. All you're doing is giving me more and more reasons why they. Oh, well, they're wired differently. That's why they don't want it as much. I
No.
don't give a damn about the reasons.
I'm
It's
saying
just
that
that
they're wired.
sex means
They're wired different,
more-
meaning that they don't do the same shit that we do.
Exactly.
You can try.
Did you hear what I said?
This.
I ain't trying to
heard
flip
you.
nothing. All I'm saying
You
is
can try to
that
tell me they think differently, so
because they're
move.
wired differently, they move differently,
And which-
even though they may want it the same
Listen.
as we do.
In whichever ways they move. Listen, I get what you're saying. Whichever ways they move, we move differently, right? We got our way of going about things. They got our way of going about things, right?
Yeah.
But the way we go about shit, we go way harder.
And
For
reckless.
Fam, that doesn't matter. The point is, we go way harder to get the same thing. It is sex. The constant is sex. The variable is what the motherfuckers go through to get it. What niggas go through and are willing to go through, women ain't doing none of that shit.
But that does not mean that they don't want it as much.
Fam, you can.
Did you hear what I said?
If you and I both want the same thing, but I'm working way harder than you, putting in more effort, time, and energy, then what is your justification for saying you want it more than me, other than just talking? Because you can say it, but if I'm putting in the work for it, then I'm showing you. You just saying it out your fucking mouth.
So you comparing it like hooping with.
I'm
sex.
comparing the fact that men do more, go through more, pay more, risk more, chase more. They do all this shit more than women. And all you can say to me is women, well, they thinking about it too. That's all you're basically telling me. Nigga.
So you're saying that there's no way to prove it just because
they got actions and words and you got words.
You said what?
I'm giving you actions and words and you got words.
Words.
Yeah, because you just keep saying just because he do all that shit don't mean he wanted as much as me.
Okay.
While he was going through all that shit to get pussy, I was thinking about dick. So we want it equally.
In your relationship,
okay.
you be wanting more than your girl.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think,
especially when I'm working out.
Where I might be a little.
When I'm working out,
a little different, but I'm in agreement with the audience. They said you had this conversation every month. They said you won. Next subject.
I'm with it. Hey, I'm gonna take the W either way it comes. I already knew the W was coming. We throw the towel in early. I already knew what time it was.
Oh, that was a sarcastic W.
No. But I bust y'all ass. Let's not get to it. I bust y'all ass. Let's not throw around that.
One thing I do not do is argue with me. I just let y'all have y'all word.
Smart woman.
While we was talking about other popular subjects, real quick, we gonna be on this too long. What y'all think about Dion and going to Colorado? But not so much going to Colorado because I want to talk sports. About our people, black people saying he'll sell out for leaving and criticizing him for going to Colorado.
Me first, well, my thing is I think that change is inevitable for everybody. But from my understanding, prior to him going to JSU, he made all of these promises, and then he brought these kids to play with him. Like, isn't there like freshmen and stuff like that just came over so that they can play with him under him and stuff like that? I feel like that might be a letdown to the kids, but at the same time, my honest opinion about everything and everybody is that people have to do what's best for them, what's going to make them happy. So if him want to go for the money and that's where he think life is going to be great at, then that's what he has to do. But I don't like the fact that he may have let down these kids who are looking to be up under him, for him to be their coach. Like that, when you make promises to people, you got to be a man of your word.
Well, I don't know if he made promises to them or not. What I do know is that this is an opportunity for him to move on. You know what I'm saying? I think what he wanted to do, I think he did it. You know, he went there, he got that program up and running. You know, at the end of the day, man, you know, it's his decision to go. And he's bringing some kids. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's bringing some of his players and his staff to an environment where they can better themselves as players, have better exposure to anybody that's trying to go to the league or any kind of league, you know, NFL or whatever. So it's him giving them. You know what I thought was interesting? I saw an old video about when after the game somebody broke into his shit. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they broke into his locker.
His office,
broke in his office, stole his jewelry, his wallet,
I think
and
they broke
stuff
his
like
car
that.
at one point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also heard that the environment of the school is like all over the place.
Man, they had issues with water. I'm supposed to take showers in the pool and shit.
But I guess the other argument a lot of people was making was that their HBCUs are never going to get to the standard or the caliber of these other places if people keep leaving to go to these places, you know, this type of thing. So I guess that's an argument, but I've never been to a HBCU, so I don't really have that same, like, you know, I want to see them win. Yeah, I want to see them win, but you know, people got to do what's best for them.
So I think this is one of those situations where it's more nuanced than people give it credit for. I think two things can be true at the same time. And I think that's what people don't realize. So one, got every right to bounce. He said when he first got the job that if a Power 5 school came his way, he would listen.
Right.
So it's not like
he said that?
Yeah, he said it in an interview when he first got the job that the interviewer was interviewing about Jackson State and he was telling what he came to do, but then he was like, well, what you gonna do when these Power 5 schools eventually come calling? And he said, I'd be a fool not to entertain it.
Oh,
so he was very upfront. Now, I don't know what he went to this recruit room homes and said.
Right.
I don't know what promises he made to recruits or none of that. But I feel like this. One, he got every right to move. You know what I'm saying? He got every right to go up and get a better job, better situation. Jackson State didn't have a lot of stuff. He was not only not getting paid that much, he was donating parts of his salary to help them. So it's a lot of sacrifices to become the coach of Jackson State. What I wish he would have did is stayed a little bit longer. Just a little bit, at least
2 years.
He was there 3 years because the first year I think was COVID, so it only played like 7 games. It wasn't even a whole season.
Okay,
and they didn't have a playoff or nothing like that.
What was their season last year?
Last year they went.
Their record last
year only lost 1 game, but they went undefeated, then lost in the bowl game, got their ass bust when they went against South Carolina, and then this year they went undefeated, and now they still got to play in the bowl game,
which they're probably going to win that.
That's this week. I don't know who they playing against. If they playing against a Power 5 school, it could go bad for them, but I don't know. I just wish he would have stayed longer because get a whole recruiting class in there. At least get a whole recruiting class in there so you can make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Get them kids through. But at the end of the day, Joe, Deion is in a special situation. No coach from a HBCU has ever got a Power 5 job, but no coach was ever Deion either. All the shit that happened to Jackson State is really specific to Deion. So the real problem was whenever Deion left, everything was gonna leave with him.
Right.
Everything gonna leave with him, Joe. He not a regular coach. He a fucking superstar, one of the greatest NFL players of all time, super charismatic, been on TV.
Motivating the shit. Yeah, he knows the game. He knows the game. If you trying to go to the next level or any level, he got a brand.
He plugged.
Right. So whatever he say, and rumor is, and keep me honest here, rumor is that he's going to have like other big name people that know the game. Like, I don't know if it's like motherfuckers like a Warren Sapp.
But Warren Sapp said he wanted, but the thing is, he's gonna
have a great staff.
I'm not sure why he picked Colorado. It may have been on some, they've been terrible for years. I want to go somewhere terrible and resurrect them.
They're awful.
I think he could have got better job. Yeah, they've been actually one of the worst teams in Power 5 conference in last.
But they weren't like that years ago when they had B enemy.
They've been good since the 90s. But the point is, I just wish he would have stayed a little bit longer. But to make a bigger impact. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, when he left, everything's gonna leave with him because there ain't another Deion, Joe. Like all this stuff that happened to Jackson State, all the benefits they got were specific to Deion. So if he stayed 10 years, when he left, they was gonna fall off. So unfortunately, I mean, I just wish he would have stayed long just because he made a bunch of promises about, bringing HBCs more up in the eyes of the media. He did do some of that. He got an ESPN game, but that was for his team. Game day. You know what I'm saying? So
the other thing,
it wasn't much he could do, bro. Once he leave, it was over regardless. So I ain't mad at the man. Go get your money.
Get your money.
So he gave him like $150,000 of his own salary back.
That's what I was about to say. The other part of it is that, people can always have their opinion about like him leaving and this and that. But dude sacrificed a lot. Like they didn't even have money to pay their staff. So his coaches and stuff, they didn't even really have money to pay them. He came out of his pocket to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Now he going to an institutional organization that can actually pay them.
Yeah, like I said, he did a lot for them. He definitely raised their level of awareness for HBCU. HBCUs never got talked about on ESPN.
Right.
Top recruits never considered going there. Now, it's going to be a lot that still ain't going to go there, but there's still more people aware of HBCUs. He might have raised the level of awareness some, but ultimately, what he was trying to do, he was never going to be able to do because all his success is specific to him because of the large looming figure that he is.
Right.
And I don't think that's what people don't realize. So this is going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
It's going to happen regardless.
And it ain't unusual for coaches to bounce like that, man. That shit happens all the time.
Every day.
And it sucks. It sucks because, to your point, you go to these parents' houses. I think you said that. Like, you go to these parents' houses, you promise them this and that, and then you just fucking bounce. Now you got another coach that's going to come in, and now you got to adjust to them. And
I think if you're smart and you got a kid who a top recruit, you would tell your kid, don't pick the school for the coach because the coach may leave. Like, I don't care what the coach come in here and say, he going to do his thing, but just know that coach, if y'all get super successful, unless you already at an elite program like Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, probably going to bounce, G.
Yeah.
Because they all trying to move up.
Let's keep it a buck. Players do the same thing. Maybe not the same as a coach, and it's not the biggest. It's not as much of an impact as a coach leaving.
Yeah, players can leave now with the transfer.
Players leave all the damn time.
We're gonna get off. We're gonna get off sports. I ain't want to go too deep
because you got quiet and mute. We got to keep you. We got to keep you popping.
I stay up to it. I'm just reading the comments. He did make a good point. Leroy said, if you arguing that he's making more money, then you're supporting the sellout argument. That's literally the definition of being a sellout.
No. It's not
they said no, Leroy. You got it wrong.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was a good point because selling out means going against your people for the money. But I don't think,
I don't even think he's going for the money. He ain't going for the money
because he's done all these things that y'all said he did. I was not aware of paying out my own pocket, making sure this and all that. That you helping the people, you did your part. Go ahead and go for the opportunity. I think it's the opportunity, right? I think it's the opportunity.
Well, he's not going against his people. First of all, the truth, listen, this is the truth be told. Deion Sanders did not want to go be an assistant coach before he can go be a head coach. So what he did is found an opportunity where he could be a head coach first.
And prove himself.
Improve himself. Right, because he had coached at the high school level. And he had done well. He had his own school called Truth or something like that. For whatever reason, financial reasons, they failed. But the football team used to do well. Do very well. So he had proven himself on a high school level. He always wanted to go to a Power 5 school, but you can't just walk in there, even as Deion.
Right.
So he did use Jackson State to prove himself, but there was no history of black coaches from HBCUs getting promoted to Power 5 school. So he the first one to do it. So while you can say he used Jackson State, like it wasn't you can't really say I'm using you for a stepping stone when ain't nobody ever was able to use you for a stepping stone ever before. He's the only coach, and he did more for Jackson State than Jackson State could ever do for him. Because he could have went to any school and did it. He didn't have to go to an HBC. He could have went to a smaller school, probably with more money, because even some of them FCF schools got more money than the HBCUs,
right?
And bigger programs. So he could have went to one of them. Point is, Joe, he a big name. This was going to happen at some point. He wasn't going to stay there for a lifetime. Be glad he got you the exposure. Hopefully he can inspire some of your fucking alums to kick in some money. If the black HBCUs don't have the type of alums that the other schools got. But hopefully y'all can kick in the school, the Mississippi Jackson State School. It's a state school, right? The state can kick in some more money and make it so coaches don't want to leave. But Deion was always going to leave. He's too big of a name.
And here's the thing.
Be happy you had him.
Here's the thing. Why in the fuck would you not leave when you're undefeated? When you're having this kind of season? This is the time when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So
hey. If you were
I had mixed views about it initially. I had mixed views because I thought about the players, somebody that used to play ball. It's like a lot of times players will go to a school based off the promises of the coach. You know, you're gonna be a starter. You're gonna this. You're gonna do that. You know, you selling them this dream. You know, so a part of me was like, but at the end of the day, man, fuck that. I'm glad he went, and I'm hoping, and I'm looking forward to him going there.
Said Brett took all the money.
Right. He did though.
Right.
Hey, I put the Deion situation to you real sweet, just like this. You ever seen an ugly dude get a bad chick? He ain't gonna marry her. He gonna have her for a little while for whatever reason he got her. And he just got to be glad he had her because he wasn't never supposed to have her. Jackson State wasn't never supposed to get Deion, my nigga. It's Jackson State. Be happy you got dude. Enjoy the great times. And when it's over, it's over.
Say thank you.
Yeah, because you weren't never supposed to be with dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got lucky.
Right.
Maybe the chick was like, you know what? Handsome dudes and niggas with money been treat me bad. I'm gonna give an ugly nigga a chance. And she wised up after a year or two.
Boy, your analogies are on point tonight. Shit. Damn. It's an ugly dude out there right now.
Like that's me.
And you done seen an ugly nigga with a bad chick.
I gotta pop the question. I can't let this bitch go.
I used to work in the club. I done seen ugly niggas with bad chicks because they got a little money. So they think they can hold on to her, but it don't really work that way, Joe. Because you ain't got you got decent money, but you ain't got money, but you got enough to pull in. But then when a nigga walk over,
you got show dough, little to no dough.
Joe, the amount of chicks
sell a bunch of records and
waiting
still
for that
owe
ugly nigga to not be paying attention.
Right. And swoop in.
So they can talk to the cute man.
So you can see when she coming in with him that she almost want everybody to know he got money, and that's the only reason I'm here. It's almost you gotta feel
that's what you used to see that in the clubs a lot.
What? Fam, niggas with money stay with bad chicks. A lot of niggas with money be some ugly. Joe, I can't say his name because a lot of motherfuckers know him. But it was
don't name drop.
Party a lot in Chicago. He an African dude. He ugly than a motherfucker.
You saying a lot already.
Fam, this man stayed with bad chicks. I seen him at all the club. Every time you like, fam, he got to have that bread. Cause that motherfucker, Joe, he was like, you see a motherfucker so ugly, like, nah, that ain't for real. Like, nah, this nigga can't be this fat. But he got that bread. But I know some chicks he dated, and they tell you what's really happening when, you know what I'm saying, when you cool with him and shit.
Ed agreeing with you.
I used to work with Ed at the club, nigga. What you mean? Man, Ed used to work together at the Crocodile Lounge. We used to see, I'm telling you.
You been to the Crocodile Lounge?
Nigga, me and Ed ran the front door for like 2 years.
Right there on Van Buren?
Yes.
I may have seen you in there.
Yeah, you seen Ed too, nigga. He was right out there with me, goddammit, every night. But the point is, yes, niggas with that bread is levels to everything. And they can get a higher level of chick, but they can never keep them.
Stop, Ken.
Because you got to have that bread. You got to be like a millionaire to keep a bad chick when you an ugly motherfucker, G. Because let's say you make $200,000-300,000, but you ugly as fuck. Man, she gonna be cheating on you with a nigga made $65,000-70,000. She is. Because she like that nigga. She actually like him. You just got that bread. That's it. But unless you got enough to take care of her forever, you only getting her for a little while.
Them, not me, Aisha, them.
Them what?
She said, y'all old. It's them.
Hey, I'm just telling the truth, Joe. I done been out there. I done seen it, Joe. I used to watch that shit and be entertained in a motherfucker. Ed used to sit there and watch that shit. Ed worked at a bunch of different clubs in Chicago. We used to work strip clubs and everything, nigga. I done seen it all. I done did private security for chicks. I did private security for a chick from America's Next Top Model. I done seen all type of shit. I done seen these NFL players and man, listen, I done seen some shit, Joe. It be some shit going down in them clubs. Sure. But I don't know. They don't really do clubs like that no more. At least not for black motherfuckers. I don't think they do. I don't know if any do. Club, like when they dance and shit, like a club.
Yeah, they don't. Well, it's at our age range.
For Club Paris.
No, where Joy District is, it's like 5 or 6 clubs all on a little strip. I swear to God, I went out in the summertime and they had lines.
Where?
I ain't seen no Joy District. You know what that is?
Not by name.
It's up north, right?
Yes, up north.
Yeah,
a little bit. But this particular strip had like 5 different clubs, and these people was out there standing in lines.
Black motherfucker?
Black, white, mixed crowds, mixed. You know they play top 40
I've seen
music,
that shit like downtown.
Music. Yeah,
I've been downtown for dinner and just seen
black clubs though. Like we used to go out like the Dragon Room, the Biology Bar.
Yeah.
That shit big, right?
Slicks.
Well, Slicks was a lounge. That wasn't a club.
No, on like right off Division.
Yeah, Slicks was a lounge. Because it wasn't even that big, G.
It don't matter.
It said it's
So I guess if you want to call it a club, I consider it
I
more like
thought-
a lounge.
Yeah, the little side. It was like a
Come
little
up
side
on
street,
dancing
right?
hard like that in Slicks.
Pages.
Oh,
I didn't go to
Pages.
Pages. I ain't go to Pages that much. I ain't go to Pages that much. Well, shit, while we talking about all this club shit, you sent me a video earlier this week about this is on this same level about basically levels of intimacy with fuck buddies. So
I think I've seen this video.
Right. So in this video,
I'm
what
trying to
dude was
remember.
saying was that he was dating a chick. Not dating, he was basically they was fucking around.
Juicing the girl.
But he was treating her well.
Yeah.
He was opening doors for her, being nice, talking to her, letting her share her day.
Yeah.
And he was doing all these things because he's basically just a courteous guy, like he's a gentleman. He treats women well.
Yeah.
He said the issue occurred when the chick now wanted to cuff him. She wanted a relationship, and he was like, "Well, I ain't on that." But she was like, "Well, you misled me." And he said,
"Yeah." He
how?
sent mixed messages. Yeah.
Right. And she was like, "Well, how?" He was like, "You do shit like take out my garbage when you leave." He like, "You let me tell you about your day. We lay up and cuddle." She was like, "You doing boyfriend shit." And in his mind, he like, "No, I'm just treating you well." And then it.
No. I think it was more like, I'm just doing me. This is what I do.
But he also said, I'm just treating her well because I'm a gentleman and shit. He do this for all women. He treats her
well because that's who he is.
So, and I'm not sure if he said it, but it made me think intimacy thresholds like, what is too much for you? To the point where it ain't just sex no more. Because I had many women say when they got a fuck buddy, he can't spend the night. God damn it, they don't really hang out and talk like that. Like he got to come over fucking, then he got to leave.
Right.
Because they can't be laying up.
No extra conversation.
Right, no extra, none of that shit.
I don't do none of that. It's just like a little midnight text. Where you at? Let me
what
slide real
say?
quick.
What the text say?
Where you at? Or let me do that motherfucker. That's what.
Hold on,
That's one of my favorite
What's that
ones.
second one?
Let me do that motherfucker. That's one of my favorite ones. Get right to it. Because they ain't coming here. I'm coming. So whoever was in line, she just got bumped out of line. Now it's my turn. Let me do that
If I
motherfucker.
get let me do that motherfucker, say, yeah. Unless it's the motherfucker currently sitting on my dick, I'm coming right over. The fuck type of flagrant shit is that? Let me do that motherfucker. Absolutely. Fuck, I ain't never heard that before. You ever heard that?
No.
You never gotta let me do that motherfucker.
That's a West Side shit.
What?
I wouldn't ask no questions.
Come on, ladies, step y'all little flirting game up a little bit.
I can't even say I even 100% stand
Let
with
me
that
do
mean.
that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gone.
It's getting done.
See?
Just know
Hey
it's
fellas,
about
are
to
y'all
get-
out there that's listening? Y'all Ken, Ed, y'all ever heard that one before?
Yeah, I need to know. And what's your response when y'all get a let me do
Somebody
that
said, I
motherfucker
gotta
text?
use that right now.
Right. Say, let me do that motherfucker. All you gonna hear is,
Hey,
Quick in a flash.
women ain't got to have no game. Joe.
Right.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want. The
That's a
nigga
little
going.
game. That's a little game. You sitting
That won't work for no man.
His pee is going up. And he don't even got to do nothing.
Because we niggas. But if a nigga say to a chick, let me do that motherfucker, that shit ain't gonna ring off the
it might go over with some.
You might,
But you gotta already gotta be in that space.
Yeah,
you gotta be in that space already.
Fuck buddies, though. That's what we talking
That's
about,
true.
right?
That's
So
true.
we talking about fuck buddies. But yeah, once it get done, once I'm done, I'm up. Oh, I gotta go. I might spend the night even though how intoxicated I am.
Wait, you go to
But-
him? You simply go to him?
Yeah, they can't come to my house. Hell no, can't come to my house.
See, she sound like old girl. So the
You
nigga,
can't come to my house.
so he can't even come to your house.
Hell no, he come on the porch, pick up a plate or something.
Oh, because you got kids.
I do have kids.
Okay, so let's say your kids, all your kids gone, they with grandma or whatever. You got the house to yourself for the weekend.
I
You can't come through and knock nothing back.
I depend on how many, what kind of fuck buddy we is now, but
He your man. He your main meat. He main meat.
Main
meat Matthew. That's what he is.
main meat Matthew.
Main meat
He the
Matthew.
number one nigga. He the one.
Main meat Matthew.
He got the highest percentage of getting that
I'm
shit
stingy
done.
with my personal space. You ain't finna become laying up over here under this good pussy and then get up somehow. We ain't
See?
what now.
That shit
I'm
is
gonna come
common.
to your house. I'm gonna do that motherfucker. I'm gonna get up
Do that.
and I'm gonna leave, and that's gonna be that. That's,
Hey, do that,
Ain't no
motherfucker.
breakfast.
You need to put that shit on the shirt.
ain't no breakfast.
motherfucker.
Ain't no.
No,
none of
let
that.
me do that,
Let
motherfucker.
me do that,
That's
motherfucker.
what I be saying.
See, I keep telling you, G, it's a lot of women who got all these restraints in order to protect themselves emotionally. Ain't that what that's for?
And that's what it's for, exactly. Because you will end up in those type of situations where you are falling for a guy. I think we had this conversation before, Lance. Like, you cannot treat women a certain way and they don't start making these ideas in their head that this is now their man, and they're gonna start treating you like you are their man. You know what I'm saying? They're when something good or bad happens in their life, you're the first person that they call. You know, that's how we treat the person that we want to be with. And in our head, you're treating me exactly like the man that I want to treat you. You're treating me the way I want to be treated. And now I'm thinking in my head, like, if I just get this nigga a little bit more or a little something,
feed him a sandwich or something afterwards. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get this my nigga. Now I'm cuffing him. You know what I'm saying?
And then as soon as you try, he be like, "Oh no, we ain't on that shit. We ain't on that."
And then, so you can't do that, right? You can't do that.
I think in the video, and I think he kind of exaggerated a little bit, but I think he was just saying, like, you just do basic shit. Like if he over there and he take out the garbage, and you like all shit.
I don't want to marry you because you take my garbage out now.
No, but it's like the little details that he was saying in the video.
Yeah, but basic shit.
And they would run like that. They would run with it.
Letting you tell me how
about
your day was.
Yeah, that shit. Hold on. That shit matters.
Yeah,
a dude listening to you, listen about your day.
I'm not really a let me tell you about my day type of person unless some shit happen. But if I can call you at the drop of a dime and you answering and you like my support, like yeah, that matters. That matters.
Damn. Hey, fellas, y'all better be paying attention and taking notes, man. Don't be doing that shit unless you mean it.
And see, I don't think as men we consider women's intimacy thresholds. Like we may be doing this shit because
I have.
So you've thought about it ahead of time.
There was a period where one of my homegirls actually had to check me on that.
Okay.
And she was just like, Lim, you're just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like do some basic shit or a combination of things to somebody unless you have intentions beyond, you know, you all just kind of casually dating. So I had to keep that in mind. So it was just like, don't fucking talk to me about your day.
For selfish reasons.
Don't talk to me about your day. I don't give a shit.
Not for that. I told you how I always am. I don't like building bonds with women I don't plan on being with, but it was purely because I didn't want to deal with nothing that came with it. I wasn't trying to protect her. I wasn't trying to look out for her or consider her. I was trying to consider what the shit that I don't want to deal with. And I know what comes with that. But I never thought about like, Joe, that certain women can take different shit. Like some women can lay up. I don't think it's too many women though that can do those things.
Do what things again?
Lay up with you,
talk,
laugh. Joe,
you know,
you just making her laugh all the time, talking on the phone.
Laughter matters.
I have never met a woman who could do that shit over an extended period of time and not fall.
I agree.
Not one.
I agree. Tiffany said nothing changes until a conversation happens. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Sound good in theory.
But most women, I know we don't think this is not. We're emotional creatures. All of that nurturing and bonding and creating intimacy and all that stuff, it starts triggering something in our brain. It's just the way things work.
Tell us, speak, preach.
And they had that conversation with their girls.
Yeah, they
they're telling their girls how much they love you,
yeah.
but not with you. They just put that shit on you.
Right.
All the conversation and flushing out these emotions happened before they got there. That's why she showed up so goddamn emotional. She just got done telling her girls how much she love you.
My man, I'm gonna go see my man.
And that dude over there like shit.
Yeah, that nigga sitting over here like shit.
Yeah, you know what? That would be a good skit. You have a woman saying, "Oh man, shit, I'm about to go see my nigga, my man. We gonna do somewhere with his boys." Like, yeah, man.
They gonna fall like, I'm gonna knock shorty back to social media. I'm gonna get up with y'all.
Right.
Hey, what time y'all going out tonight?
I'll be over there about 45 minutes. I'll meet y'all at the spot.
I ain't taking off my Timbs, nigga.
Right. Through the pee hole. I'm just gonna do it through the pee hole. I ain't gonna even take my pants off. And shit like,
hey, if you doing that, that's a scumbag motherfucker, Joe.
We ain't falling for them type now.
Yeah, that's how you fuck a chick who live in the hood, G. Like,
you don't even take your pants off. You just through the pee hole.
No, I'm just telling you, G. And listen, I ain't seen it, Joe. I know women say they can do it. I've met many women who tell me, "No, we can just." But the only ones that can do it, do what you do. Yeah. They can do it with strict. They can't do it freely.
How many women you know comfortable with what you just said though? Like, don't come to my you can't come to my crib, and if I come to your crib,
to me.
That's it. Like we ain't talking.
It's just purely like fuck buddies. It's a lot of women like that. Like I got it. few of I don't really mess with them no more because I'm on the hunt for a man. So I don't really mess with them like that.
Hold up.
You just said that and told us about. Tell them, what's the phrase again?
Do that, motherfucker.
Do that,
Hold
motherfucker.
on.
I do got a few though. I got a few that's
Hold
been
on.
around.
You got candidates?
You ain't finna run past that stop sign like
Oh, what
that.
happened?
Did I hear you say you had to cut your girls off because you looking for a man?
No, I didn't say my girls. I'm talking about the dips. The men.
Oh,
the fuck
yeah,
buddies.
yeah.
I was saying like I have a few handy dandies, right? Like they've been around for years, 5 years, 10 years. I got one that's been around 20 years. I can call them right now, but I don't really mess with them like that. You know what I'm saying? If it's them, if it's just like a freaking type thing, then cool. Most women gonna be like, yeah, just I'll slide over there. You ain't got to come over here. We just gonna cut it off like that. But I don't think that most women can have sex with men and don't catch some form of feelings. Even those people that's been around those years or whatever. Now I care about them, but I would never look at them as like having a relationship with them or nothing like that. But I do care about them because feelings come with having sex.
Let me ask you a question. It's similar subject, but a little off to the left. As a woman, do you really feel like niggas be getting sprung on pussy? Not the woman. Because you know how chicks are be like, he sprung on the box, what out the man. So as a woman, speaking from your experience, your girl's experience, is that a real thing? Like nigga just sprung straight off to sex?
I think so.
Really?
And the reason why I think so is there's been 2 long-lasting relationships that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't know when I gave them some the very first day. The one man, I met him that night. Met him. We made eye contact. And I said, oh, I'm finna fuck the shit out of this man. And I did. And
she said, and I did.
And he low-key still around 3 years later. He ain't my man though, but he's still around.
But I'm talking about sprung. You know how niggas say they sprung, they acting up over the box, they getting possessive or want to cuff you, but not over your personality, because that's what I always say. No, because when women say it, I said, I've been sprung on a chick's personality. Like I was sprung over her.
This is you.
Yeah, I mean, what? Any nigga say he ain't never got sprung over a chick, he lying or he gay. We didn't all got sprung over a woman, but I've never got sprung over sex. I've never had sex so good that I'm just going nuts over. I had a chick.
What's going nuts? What does that look like?
I guess act the same way you would if you was in love with her.
I think that's a thing.
But you doing it for the sex, though.
I think the sex, but like you doing it for the sex, but eventually you start liking the girl because she got good box.
See, I've never had that.
But it's a combination of the box and you start liking.
But you like the box. In my case, they like the box first. They didn't know nothing about me, dude.
You familiar with that?
Motherfucking name.
What?
A nigga falling in love with the box first, then her?
I'm sure that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens all the time.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you familiar with niggas getting sprung just over the pussy? Like he ain't all in love with her and her person. He ain't bragging about how she the greatest girl. He like, Joe, the pussy is amazing. And he sprung over shorty. How you would typically see a nigga sprung over a girl he in love with, but he just sprung over the sex.
Do head count too?
I've seen cats.
I've never been through it, and I don't know.
I have never been through that.
Have you seen a dude that you know that?
No.
But see, women say this all the time.
What I have seen though is a dude who wasn't in a relationship, and I knew he was just smashing, and he got real possessive about it. So if we were out, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that's shorty," but then if she out moving around and she talking, his energy would be different.
But he failed
and I'm just like, dude, that ain't your girl though. You know, that ain't your fucking woman. Why you get mad?
But he actually likes her.
No, they just smashing. I know this one situation.
But he didn't like her? Like he wasn't into her?
I mean, I'm sure he liked her on some shallow level, but what I'm saying is that they were
it
just
in the box that he was possessing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
He don't talking to nobody else because he got to make sure the
right.
box.
So that's why I asked you. That's what I asked you. What does that look like? What does acting like? What does him clowning look like?
I guess I don't know because I don't think
like
I've seen it. Anytime I seen a dude sprung, he liked shorty. Like he liked it. It wasn't just, oh, she got a bomb ass pussy and I can't get enough of it. It was like he loved her, he into her. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't never seen a dude who just was looking like he just sprung over some box. And that was really just
I've seen some motherfuckers gone over the entire relationship. Like,
and you said you've seen it many times.
Not many. Well, in my case, it only happened to me twice, but I do think that there's men that be like,
What's happened to you twice?
That they kind of fell in love with me because of the box. That was the only reason for you to be
what they do
sticking around. Wait, what happened?
What were they doing? How did you know that they was like sprung? Like what were they doing?
They probably not watching this, but
and you ain't. And
when the story start like that. Now let it go. When the story start like that, it's gonna be good, nigga.
And you ain't saying their name, so you just telling the scenario.
Yeah, but people might
and
know.
You ain't got to go into detail. I mean,
they in the group.
The more details you give, the more motherfuckers will be like, "Wait a minute, connecting the dots." So just
well, we don't know what she talking about though. She be talking about that. Only they gonna know she talking about their ass.
But you know, he became like, well, I can just use my baby daddy for example. The first time we saw each other once prior to us having sex, but it was just like at my OG crib. And then when we went out, I gave him some on our very first date, and he immediately cuffed me. Immediately, like there was no dating phase, there was no nothing. It was like the next day we was in a relationship, and you can't tell me you can't.
He didn't know you well enough.
He didn't even know my whole name yet.
But what did y'all do on the date? Maybe the date was just so dope. Maybe y'all, maybe y'all finished each other's sentences and shit.
I love your humility, goddamn it.
Yeah, right.
I'm a dope ass person. What you say, Jamie? Women be gassing they stuff up, baby. Yes, I do. I get in that mirror every morning and tell myself I am the shit. Okay.
So you got down right, you gas yourself up.
I gas myself up every day before I walk out the door.
93 octane, goddamn, out that regular unleaded.
Oh, my mama. $6 a gallon fucking around with me, baby.
Hey, your motherfucking ass is nut, Joe. Well, let me ask you this, even though I think I know what you're going to say. You familiar with the passport? Are we talking about the passport?
Oh, the passport bros, yeah.
You looked them up?
I did look them up so I could be prepared because I love to be prepared, guys.
So, what do you think about it? You got a problem with these niggas? Like, a lot of women bothered by I think they funny.
I think they are funny. I think my only thing with these type of dudes is you can date who you want to date. Cool, but don't down talk black women. That's my only thing. Like, okay, your mama ghetto. What, like, your mama black?
Listen, why do y'all love to bring a nigga mama into dating scenarios?
Because niggas love their mama. So if black women is trash, if black women ain't doing this, if black women ain't doing that,
they trying to fuck their mama though.
But listen, if black women ain't doing all this stuff, does that mean that you were in a household that you didn't see a black woman doing all this stuff?
Nah, because a nigga think his mama godly. God never know. He see that shit when he leave his home. Listen, it's just like when a nigga always talking about how black women look. Well, your mama big, nigga. He ain't choose his mama. He ain't attracted to his mama. So why would he why he gotta like big girl because his mama big?
Big is a different thing.
I'm just saying y'all love comparing what a nigga like in comparison to the women that raised him.
Men like to trash these particular men like to trash black women as if they didn't grow up around black women. They don't have black women aunties and uncles. I mean, aunties and uncles. Well, you never know, but aunties and nieces and cousins.
Well, can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
What if their experience with black women is fucking terrible?
I guess so. Maybe I just don't believe we should be stereotyped like
that.
Yeah,
it could be.
If that's their experience,
what's the common denominator? Though?
Okay, so I can't speak for them, but I know a few black men who don't date black women. Now they all seem to have a few particular characteristic, and usually that is most black women think they corny. So their experience,
most black women think these dudes are corny.
Usually the dudes that I know that do not date black women, in my experience, is that they act what we would call kind of white, corny, nerdy, no style,
Carlton like.
Similar, maybe not that far gone because he was a character, but similar.
Sure.
He ain't really got no style. He ain't got no style to him. He ain't a brother.
He ain't got that walk.
He don't have that presence.
Right. A
lot of black women don't like these dudes, and when they come up in the game, especially they from black neighborhoods, they try to date black women. Black women don't like them. They feel rejected, and now they say, "I ain't fucking with black women no more."
I'm gonna go where I'm accepted.
Or the other thing typically these men are typically passive. They're not very aggressive, like take charge type dudes. So they prefer women who don't press them, don't challenge them. Because they're not really like strong men, but they still want to be in charge. So they say they don't like black women because black women are typically strong women, especially they raised by single mothers. You were probably taught to be independent.
Sure.
more so than take care of a man.
I don't teach
So
my
if you
baby
got
that.
a man who's not really aggressive, but he still wants to be the leader, he's not gonna date a woman who challenging him. So when these dudes date black women, what they typical complaints is they loud, they controlling, aka you soft, you don't want to deal with the pushback. So you
It's something
black women they get rejected a lot by black women. Now they be like, fuck sisters. And while I don't agree, I can understand that from a certain aspect. I can understand that, I've tried to go out on a bunch of black women. I don't like how they treat me, and most of them reject me.
You're saying that's you.
That's smack shit out you, nigga.
No. You saying in general.
I'm saying that I've spoken to a bunch of them because I used to be curious. And I used to ask them, like, Joe, how you don't date sisters? Like, I ain't like, because typically I used to meet white girls who don't date white men. That's what I first saw a person who don't date their own race. White girls were known for that shit. I don't fuck with white boys corny and shit. Keep in mind what high school I went to.
Right.
So I know some bro, and I've been out in the world. I just met some brothers. No, I don't fuck with sisters. So I always engage them in conversation. I don't criticize them. I be curious. Oh, why you don't fuck with sisters? And the reasons typically are the same.
So I think the guy, in some cases, those guys are the common denominator here. And it's something about these women that they're approaching. They all have, I think it's interesting that they all have the same. What?
Aisha said
I'm sorry.
But no, I think it's something interesting if they keep going after these certain particular kind of sisters, black women, and they getting the same response. That shit maybe has something to do with them.
It does. I just told you what it is.
That shit has got something to do with them. And
but that's your experience.
That's your experience.
And it happens with most black women that you try to date. You don't think you can't understand why they don't like black women?
Me personally?
Yeah, from understanding what they've
if I had
gone
to
through.
put myself in their shoes, sure.
Yeah, that's all I be saying.
Yeah. And have at it. And have at it.
When y'all tell us, when we say all niggas ain't shit, black niggas ain't shit, white niggas ain't shit, and then y'all say, well, you need to pick better. You need to choose more wisely. So how come these niggas don't need to pick better black women?
I didn't say I agree with them. I said I understand where they're coming from.
I understand. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree, but I understand why some women feel the way they do about men. I understand that the men you've been with treated you like shit. I can understand why you're bitter or upset or feel a way about black men.
Okay, long as
that don't mean I'm gonna be over there with the pom-poms. No. When I talk to them niggas, I be like, fam, I haven't experienced that. I haven't had that experience with black women. I haven't been rejected a bunch or treated a certain way. I can understand why you feel that way. I don't agree, but I ain't in your shoes. I mean, do your thing, my nigga.
Yeah.
But I just telling you, you notice the pattern. Typically, they're nerdy type, awkward type dudes who don't have a lot of style. They might even be handsome. It's like, perfect example. When Channing Crowder called Russell Wilson corny. That's the type of dude I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think
typically
Ed
goes
said
to
that.
white women, which that's who he had before he had Sierra. Same with RG3. He had that kind of personality.
Yeah.
Remember, Rob Johnson got fired from ESPN for saying the shit. For saying he was a cornball brother.
Right.
Now, it's all generalities, and everybody jumped on it for shitting on the black man, but we all, in the barbershops, everybody knew what type of brother they was referencing. Them brothers be with white girls.
My thing is, like Tev said in the beginning, if that's your experience, whether it's black or white, because there's a flip side of this. There's a version, but we're not talking about women that will only date white men. There's a flip side of that.
Though. Not many. Not many.
Or they're about to start.
Black women loyal as hell, y'all.
Definitely more loyal. Absolutely. Through the bullshit that most of us have put us through.
They're the most loyal out of all.
But there's a smaller percentage. There's a lot smaller percentage. I agree. I think all three of us agree that sisters will subject themselves to the bullshit that we put them through. Like a lot longer.
They will stick with black motherfuckers.
But my thing is this, like Tev said at the beginning, like, motherfucker, if you've gone through these experiences and they've been bad experiences, first check, motherfucker, you chose these women. You chose to pursue these women and you didn't get the right results. Now, the average cat like me and you would say, fuck it, I'm going to still shoot my shot at a sister. Right? That ain't going to change what my preference is. Who not gonna say that?
Because you ain't getting shot down. You just talk about the women they getting shot down by most of the sisters they talk to.
Nigga, when I was younger, I used to get shot down a lot. Duck hunt. nigga, used to get shot down.
He said duck hunt.
Right. I got shot
I'm
down.
laughing because he's told me his story before.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I have a preference, right? And I understand that all women ain't the same. And I'm just talking about the pool because I'm only pursuing black women, right? So all of them ain't the same. So you just move around. To my point, because I'm going off on a tangent, which I do. That's a bad habit. Man, fuck you. Listen, if those experiences aren't yielding the results you want, then do you, but don't shit on women because don't shit on black women.
Everybody do.
Huh?
Joe, listen.
That's my only issue.
But
if you want to date outside your race, man or woman, do you. But don't shit on the women because your experience was bad, because your game may be whack. Or
anybody who is unhappy with their dating experience, what percentage of them are going to blame themselves for their fucked up dating experience?
Not initially.
Men or women.
Maybe later on.
Men or women.
Maybe later on, but
the
initially,
niggas
no.
who unhappy with their dating experience, all these bitches is hoes. These bitches ain't shit. They ain't got no job. They don't bring nothing to the table.
Where's the percentage? Where's the percentage of people that's talking about pee in the pool, the dating pool?
Me.
See?
You think it's pee in the pool?
I absolutely do think
you peed in it.
Pee in the pool.
But see what I'm saying? The
Which
vast
is the reason
majority
why
of
I have
people,
gotten out of the pool. I am now standing on the.
Man,
I'm
ain't
in
no
the beach.
pee in the pool.
I'm on the beach. There's pee. There's coronavirus in the pool. Guys, get out of the pool.
No,
You're not even in the pool. How do you know?
I went in there recently. I went in longer. I was in the pool.
Well, you're not in there today. Today you're not in the pool, and today there's urine. I saw
You
it.
pissed and got out.
The pool turned blue.
Lance pissed and got out.
Oh, in that motherfucker.
That's how you do. That's how you do with topics in the group too. You throw a motherfucking topic in there, get everybody riled up, and then walk away.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Don't leapfrog over that either.
Huh?
Don't leapfrog over that.
Everybody
either.
know I do that. That's my thing. Goddamn it.
And come back and be like, what happened? What happened?
Because I'm just not gonna argue with you, motherfuckers. See, I keep telling y'all, I'm gonna put out my unpopular opinion. I'm not arguing with the 87 motherfuckers telling me my opinion wrong. I got about comments for the first 2-3 of you motherfuckers, then I'm done. It's my opinion.
That's me.
We can discuss it, but when I put out an opinion people don't like, it's 30 motherfuckers saying, Lance, you crazy. I'm not arguing with all 30 of you motherfuckers all day. Talk, I don't give a shit. I'll come back and not read that shit. Don't worry about it. Anyway, all I'm simply saying is this. Yeah, I'm not reading none of this shit. All I'm saying is this. If it's pee in the pool, the motherfuckers in the pool peeing in there too.
Duh.
So you can't complain about a pissy pool when your urine is mixed in there with it.
Man, wait, I'm not peeing in the pool.
Yes, you are.
No,
because there's niggas who ain't happy.
You was peeing in the pool.
Too.
What's the phrase again?
No, they ain't. Who told you that?
So ain't no niggas you ain't had no niggas who was unhappy with you. Every nigga that broke up with you want you back.
I broke up with their ass.
All of them. Tell her stop.
First of all, I'm not a nigga. Let me tell you something. I'm not a nigga. It's not all of them. I don't got no whole lots of men to choose from. Okay, I got about 3 maybe real relationships. Okay, that's it.
And they were all wrong.
Oh God, we ain't
all them niggas speak highly of you. You ain't do no wrong.
I bet you that we can call the one who did me the dirtiest. He gonna be like, I love her.
I'm joking. I might know that nigga. I don't know.
I love her. But the other one, he gone, rest in peace. So that don't count. Okay. And then the third one, he just there.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Most people saying this pee in the dating pool is women.
I say to me, I say that.
I said most. I said most of the people saying that.
Yeah,
it's women.
You're right. Men ain't gonna say it because they the ones taking shits.
But
damn. Taco Tuesday.
I think that a lot of women have unrealistic expectations and just be mad when their expectations ain't met.
I don't think so.
I think men.
I don't think so. Can we just start with a simple expectation? Just one simple one. Can we go on a date? Niggas will eat your ass from the back to the front before they buy you a meal.
Can I tell you the unpopular truth about that shit?
What's the unpopular
truth? If a nigga ain't taking you on a date, he don't think you worth taking you on a date.
Exactly. That's
so don't be mad at that nigga because he don't value you in that way.
You don't gotta be mad, but if he's in the dating pool and he wanna quote unquote date you,
hey Lance,
who says he wants to date you?
He did.
He won't fuck you.
But
Lance,
that's the reason why piss is in the pool.
No, it's not.
Because some
that's
other
not
woman,
that's not even a pool.
Listen,
That's not even a pool.
The same. Listen, he trying to fuck you and won't take you on a date, but he taking her on a date.
Yes.
But a lot of women are all saying the same thing. It's not just one woman over here saying it.
Did you hear what he said?
It's a bunch of women who ain't saying shit because they on dates.
Well, I guess I don't know.
Listen,
everybody I talk to say it's
too many women are upset that niggas are not treating them at the value in which they value themselves. That does not mean he value you that way.
And I don't, and that's my thing. Anybody who listening, if they don't value it the way, if they don't treat you the way you gonna treat yourself, get the fuck up out of there.
But that ain't pee in the pool. That doesn't mean that nigga just don't like you that much.
Yeah, that's not even the pool.
But,
that's not even part of the dating. That's not even dating. That's not even dating.
That's what. That's
even though that's not even dating. So you can't even include that in the scenario of pee in the pool because that's not even dating.
It's a nigga trying to fuck. That's just a nigga trying to fuck.
And Lance said something at the beginning. Lance said something at the beginning that I think is a very hurtful truth for some. That motherfucker may not be taking you out on a date, and you mad, but it's in him to take somebody on a date. He's just taking somebody else
because the same nigga with
and that's okay. And that's okay because at the end of the day, that's okay. I'm dropping that, for the lack of a better phrase, level of hope for some sister because at the end of the day, you don't really want the motherfucker anyway.
True facts.
You don't really want that motherfucker anyway.
Listen,
hold on. Let me finish this point. Go through that natural, man. That's fucked up because I liked him. Whatever caused you to like him. Maybe he was handsome. He had swag. Maybe he wasn't the Russell Wilson type. But get past that and move the fuck on because you don't really want that dude anyway.
I agree. But he looking at me, but let me tell y'all something. That don't apply to me, baby, because I be on dates. Okay?
Is he taking you out?
I be on dates.
All I'm simply saying is I think
you can't date me, baby. You can't even call me.
I think in general, men who are looking for a woman seek their water level.
Wait, say it again.
They seek their water level. Meaning, when a nigga trying to find a chick to cuff, he not trying to get the baddest chick in the room, especially if he ain't like that. He going for a chick he think on his level, physically, especially physically. That's one thing men typically do very well. Niggas will holler at a chick they don't think they can get just to see if they can get her. But the chicks they niggas typically trying to cuff, you don't see no ugly niggas trying to cuff no badass chick. He got an average looking chick like his motherfucking self. But what I see with a lot of women, she be average as hell. She want Idris Elba. She want to find. Oh, Joe, I see this a lot.
We saw that shit with Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels was alive, it was a lot of them chicks.
Many average women, and I ain't talking about money or nothing. They won't date an average looking nigga. They think that they supposed to get a fine nigga.
Agree with that?
And they don't look like nothing special.
Think women are very shallow when it comes to that.
Being La La Land, like this fucking Cinderella and shit, bitch. You a fucking 6 at best. You see that 6 nigga? He will love you, but you want the 8 nigga. And that 6 nigga, you know what that 6 nigga hollering at? He hollering at all 5 and 6s. He'll take a chance on an 8 if he got a lot of confidence. You know what I'm saying? But most niggas ain't got that type of confidence. Most niggas is hollering at chicks who they think they got a realistic chance of getting. A lot of chicks be in La La Land, Joe, and a lot of women. Good night. Listen, let me say this real quick. I know niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. I know. I'm not saying niggas is great. A lot of niggas ain't shit. But a lot of women, all they value is built up in intangibles. I look good. I got money. I got my own shit. Congratulations. Are you caring?
Terrible.
Are you nice?
Do
you know how to talk to people? Real dudes. Are you considerate?
The quote unquote quality cats don't ain't
no, what
I'm
saying that men don't care about your
money. Do you care about that shit?
No, that's my point. How many women sit there and tell you basically the tangibles that they tell you about, they sound like a nigga. I make good money. I can take care of myself.
That's what Kevin Samuels.
Because it's true. Yeah. Because if I'm meeting a chick, I don't give a fuck about your money.
None of
yeah.
But when
it's relevant, but I'm not moving in that space with you because of that.
I'm saying when a woman, a lot of times when she's telling you I'm a good woman, that's what the fuck she's talking about. She ain't addressing how she actually treat the men she dates. It's the reason why you single, because you fine. And you single. Why? Every nigga see you, won't you? Why ain't no nigga cuff you? You probably a terrible fucking person. Because what fine motherfucker walking around here without niggas trying to holler at a G? Come on, Joe. When you good looking, niggas is at you. When you cold, you got your pick of the litter and you ain't got to be doing shit. You can work at Wendy's. If you fine
niggas is at you in abundance. So why the fuck your fine ass still single? Maybe because you terrible.
What you think, Sal?
I mean, they might be terrible. I can't speak to that because I'm great.
They don't never say that when they talk about pee in the pool, though. But you done shit in the pool.
It is.
Talking about pee.
Yeah, and I will say that women, I just said that women are very shallow. So you're right. They're going to say, I got my own car. I got a lot of money. I got this, I got that. I'm cute.
Yeah, you an adult,
I'm look good on your arm.
Like
take me to compliment the deal, but no, really do. You can't take me to compliment the deal.
So do you know how many TikToks and YouTubes I see of average women complaining about niggas and what niggas won't do and niggas ain't this and niggas ain't that? Sweetheart, who do you think you are?
I think both.
You ain't nothing but an average looking motherfucker. Your personality better be off the chain. Cause I don't see it. Listen, women be shitting on all these niggas with these podcasts. We tired of hearing niggas talk. We tired of hearing their opinions. Most of them niggas talking be goofies.
I think
they be goofies trying to get y'all, or they goofies trying to get y'all, or they goofies trying to convince other lame niggas that they players.
I think men and women both have a problem with liking people who like them. And I think that is one of the biggest reasons that there is men, especially, I think more so men, they have a problem with liking the woman who really likes them. Now they're going after these. The 7 or the 8 is the woman that's liking you. She in your corner, she woo woo. But you're going after these 9s and 10s because you want to stroke your ego. You want to see how good your ego is. You like to chase. You like the fact that she just said no a couple of times. Now you got to go a little bit harder to get her. But the woman that's over here, she already like you. You don't even got to do nothing but show up. She already like you, but they don't like people who like them. And women do this all the time. You know what? I take that back. Women are worse because we will have a nigga who is our quote unquote friend doing every fucking thing we want the man to do. But he'll be the friend. Yeah. Because he a 5. And this nigga over here who the 8, you got to chase down and beat up all his hoes. Like what's going on?
And you know what's happened? We talked about this scenario. Like that dude that's a 5, for whatever reason he a 5. Maybe he vertically challenged. Maybe he got a shit job that she don't really like. And I know that
niggas should be mad.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck if you short. That's not my fault.
This nigga just said y'all are 5 because y'all short.
No, I'm saying that because I know I got.
Maybe they're 5 because they vertically challenged.
No, I said it. But the reason y'all will be mad at me. I don't give a shit. But the reason I said somebody said I'm 5. But the reason why I say that is because I had a homegirl who had told me, quick story. She was dating a dude and she was like, this motherfucker called me for some wings. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? She was like, I just, and she's going all off because of this dude just called on a Friday for some wings. I'm like, how long you been dating him? She's like 5 months.
So
he
can't call and say, no, or like he wanted her
No, he wanted to go out for wings. It was a new wing spot. So here's what I found out. So I'm like, dude, that don't sound right. You mad because this dude want to go out for wings? So here's what I did. I started digging. I'm like, it can't be the motherfucking wings and on a Friday. Like who don't like wings, right? Like wings? So what I found out is that she didn't like him because he was vertically challenged. Dude was like 5'6". You know what I'm saying? So, and he's a teacher. She didn't like the fact that he was a teacher. This is her, right? So I'm unpacking all of this shit. And I'm like, dude, you just don't like dude. He sounded like a good dude because he was like, he handsome, he keep himself up, she said he was a little chunky. But I'm like, dude, he sounded like a good dude, man. Like, you just don't like this motherfucker, man. So I'm like, man, but here's the thing. Like, that dude will take her out on a date, and while she's on that date, she'll hit the motherfucker that's a 9 or a 10, and he'll be like, hey, what you doing? She'll be like, I'm on a date with this goofy.
Right. that goes back to what you said.
But it's pee in the pool. Why you sitting there using a nigga who you don't like?
That goes back to the unrealistic expectations that people have, because if you got somebody that's meeting checking off everything, and your only thing is they treating you well, but you don't like their job, like, that you don't like
that
them.
Shit matters.
I have had conversations with women who will not date a man unless he makes as much or more than them, and they make good money. I'm like, so you tell him you make more than most niggas, and you wonder why you can't meet a nigga.
You canceling out large portions of the male population for height and finances. And be like, ain't no niggas out here. Well, I don't date men over 6 feet. Sweetheart, only 13% of men are 6 feet tall. 13.
I'm 6 feet.
Think about that. 13%.
I barely made that shit though.
But most women lie when they don't say that because they will date a nigga that ain't 6 feet.
Yeah,
But they be serious about that money shit. And then it makes me wonder, how do you know how much a nigga? Because I ain't never had a chick ask me. You ever had a chick in your life ask you what you make?
No.
So how do you know if a nigga make it? When do
No.
You
You know what? Because you know what they'll do. Because
you can't date them.
Because you know what they'll do. If they know how much you make, you can go on what's that? Fucking Indeed.
That won't tell you though.
Shit, they give you a range.
But what if a nigga been in this job for a while and all type? It could be all type of factors
You can
involved.
find out what a person does for a living, like they job title, and type that shit in and figure it out.
Maybe you can find out what I do for a living. I know for a fact you cannot find out what my position makes.
What your base salary is?
It wouldn't even matter because I make commission. So I determine how much I make. I make more in commission than base salary. So you can see my base salary. You can be like, oh, he don't make no bread.
Yeah.
Off my base.
Yeah, but
then I'll be like, my base salary more than my commission.
But
more than
if a chick was looking at you out of ignorance, she'll look at your base salary and not know that your commission is more.
Is
that
what y'all doing?
I'm sorry, Jamie threw me off because I'm trying to figure out
what she say.
What she's. No offense, she's Basura. I want to know who you talking about, baby. At me if you talking about me, baby.
No, I don't think she did.
No.
Oh, okay.
She been to the she been in the group for. I ain't never seen her talk to nobody like that.
No.
That's why
I think she may have been talking about the scenario that I was giving about my homegirl.
Yeah, I think she was talking about the scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, breathe, dog, breathe. Drink this Aquafina.
You gonna bring your West Side? We ain't got West
Take a sip of Aquafina.
She got to go to commercial.
I just wanted to know. I'm sorry. It threw me off. I didn't even know what was going on.
Like we asked you questions
I'm like,
and shit, and you
hold
like,
on, baby, come on now.
She said, "Fuck this whole podcast." Who the fuck you talking to?
Yeah, we good, Jamie. Woo.
Oh, okay, I'm there. I'm calm.
Jesus is on the
Hey, she from out west, Jamie. You know how you go out west side,
I
motherfucker.
was just asking before I did jump the gun. I was asking.
Right, she ain't saying that, but she was like, Jamie, I would like to know who the fuck you talking. No offense, but who the fuck is you talking to? Because you talking to me,
consequences and repercussions.
Hey, you ever seen Tiffany get mad? Tiffany Badfield? Boy, that West Side shit come out so goddamn.
I think I seen it come out on you one night.
Yes, I'm talking about. Yeah, she went off on me.
I think that was with the hockey
shit. She done went off on me many a night.
The hockey night was classic. But we ain't about to get into that. That's a whole other subject.
West Side motherfuckers, it don't take nothing, Joe. One sideways word, one off tone. Hold on, stop the thing. Who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
Hey, your ass got me rolling.
My bad.
No, it's all good. Oh shit, that was funny.
Yeah, it's pee in the pool though. And a lot of y'all peeing in it.
Hey man, listen, I've had this. We're gonna shut it down after this, but overall, my dating experience has been great. I don't really have much bad to say about women from my own personal experience. You know what I'm saying? I can't relate. I just know I'd be like, Joe, motherfucker be complaining too much. I just be looking at the motherfuckers who be complaining. I'd be like, I just be wondering how much you often you check it in that mirror. Because niggas, contrary to popular belief, niggas be cuffing chicks.
Yeah.
Niggas down to get married, chill a fuck
Dude,
out,
you have no
shit.
idea how many times
niggas is down for the whole family life.
I believe that's just not enough for y'all.
It'd be wild because there's a percentage of scenarios where the dude is dating or messing around, but he's involved with a particular woman. And then out of nowhere, this dude will be married or engaged. And that shit happens a lot. So I think that's something to just kind of unpack because motherfuckers ain't afraid of commitment. I remember there was a period where women used to think that men were afraid of commitment, and they're not. I mean, you might have some, of course. You got some people that's afraid of commitment, and that's men or women. But men, what?
Is that true?
Women have a network of other women to reference salaries.
Is that what y'all be on? Y'all got your own little nigga network and y'all be finding out what niggas be making?
I'm sure.
Sarah probably run that motherfucker. She find out what the fuck you need.
She the president.
She get niggas social security number.
I'm more into values versus shallow things. And I know people be saying like people always be like unicorns and shit like that.
Yeah, listen.
Baby, my name is Tev White. I am a unicorn, baby. I promise I am. I do have very good values and worth. And I'm not really into shallow. I don't have a type of man. I'm not gonna say I don't care how much you make. As long as you make enough to take care of yourself, you're gonna help me out a little bit. You ain't calling me to out, can you pay my rent? You know what I'm saying? My car note due. Then you cool with me. What's in your pockets?
I'm stressed out.
All right,
baby, I'm stressed out.
But I'm more into what's on the inside of a nigga than what's on the outside. What he brings.
Real shit.
You know what? That's a good topic right there. We need to make and next time we have a female guest.
What's that?
How would you feel if a dude asked you for money?
Or that's a short topic.
No,
that shit ain't gonna go. That conversation gonna be short as shit.
Have you ever asked a woman for money?
My woman. Yeah.
No, somebody you're dating. Yeah, we're in a relationship.
Yeah,
that's whatever. But like, if I got it, it's yours.
But it's fucked up because I'm a hypocrite. I tell my woman she can't borrow money from me. I just give it to her. But when I get money from her, I give it back.
Give it back. Oh, that's such a nice guy.
It ain't nice. I just feel like I should. But it goes against. It actually goes against the reasons why I tell her don't give me the money back. It's not because I'm the man type shit. I be like, in a relationship, we shouldn't borrow from one another. If you need it, you need it.
Right.
But for whatever reason, I'm just like wired to do that when I don't really believe I should. It's almost like a natural instinct.
Yeah.
Because I remember I don't know why I do it. But like, we shouldn't. Like, why would I give you? Especially now I won't do it because we live together. What the fuck I'm getting the money back for? We in the same house. The money coming out of my pocket.
It's all coming into the house.
But I used to do that all the time. And I said I got to stop doing that because I don't allow her to think that way. No, like, ain't no borrowing from your man. If you need it, you just fucking need it. Yeah. Now, if it's some money that's gonna hurt you, that's different. Like, I need this bread to take care of some business, like so I gotta have it back. Right. But other than that, like, nah, just
like 100, a couple of 100, yeah, whatever.
I mean, if you can afford it, it don't hurt you. Just give it.
Yep.
Now, if you need it, then your girl might need to run it back because you need it. But I mean, that happens. I mean, it can happen where she might need a lump sum and you can't really afford to let her take that, just run off with it. But you got it for her right now.
Yeah.
I know you said we finna get out of here, but before we do, I do want to talk about the T.I. thing, man.
I had to have the topic too. We can make that the last one.
Yeah, the last one. Man, look.
The T.I.
My dead cousin.
Explain it to him because he don't want to talk about.
Okay. So T.I. his cousin got arrested.
Is this the snitching thing?
Yeah.
And his cousin was dead?
The cousin was
you know about it,
yeah.
So he referenced his cousin to get himself. Okay.
They went to jail together, but the cousin died in the middle of the trial or whatever happened. Mm-hmm. And so the lawyer said, I can make this all disappear if you put it on your cousin.
Oh my
he said he talked to his cousin, and his cousin said, do what it do. You know, he probably had a,
you got a problem with that?
Not at all. Cousin, thank you. We out that jail, my boy. Appreciate you.
If that snitch called me Mr. Snitch, nigga, you dead. You taking all these charges.
I'm not doing no jail time for my dead cousin. No, it ain't gonna work.
You dead. You're dead. No. Yes, those are all his guns, officer.
I never even held a gun, sir. I don't even know how to spell guns, sir.
I mean, who gives a fuck? Who cares? Like, who cares? But motherfucker was criticizing him for that, saying that snitching. I like, Joe, if you can't snitch on a dead nigga, you a real nigga beyond.
Look,
so there's nothing about his name that matters.
Hold on. There is one situation in which you shouldn't snitch on a dead nigga when somebody brought up.
If it's going to affect somebody else or the family members.
No, if the nigga's your op. So if it's your guy and y'all did dirt together and he died and you putting it on him to get off, you can do that. But if it's a nigga you went out against, a nigga you was your enemy, you can't do it.
I'm listening.
Because that's your enemy. You can't put dirt on a nigga name in which you had beef with, my nigga. Like, no, that's dirty. Like, nigga, you got beef with that nigga. You can't throw all this shit on his name. Like, your man's is different.
So you shit on your man, but not your op.
Well, you ain't shitting on your man. You putting it on your man because your man, he dead. But this nigga dead. You ain't got no ties to him. This nigga's your fucking enemy.
Listen.
I don't think that's dirty.
Dead man. It's over with. I'm not going to jail for no dead man. I don't care.
I feel you.
And I ain't no snitch.
So
I'm not snitching.
Was it actually his fault?
They didn't say. They just got caught with some guns.
They said the lawyer was like,
because if it was something, because I'm trying to figure out what I would do in this situation. If it was really his shit and he did
all that shit,
huh?
It was probably everybody probably had guns, but the lawyer was like, well, since your cousin did, if they were his guns, that's how he said it. If they were your dead cousin's guns,
right? I'm thinking like Navi is. It's like it's your enemy. Give the enemy all the weight. I don't understand why you wouldn't give your enemy
code, I guess. I don't know.
Street code.
The way the nigga said it, I was like, it kind of makes sense because he said you putting dirt on that dude is kind of what you said. It could bring up some shit
on other people that's living.
Right, but it
Whereas it's
wasn't
your
that type of
man,
case, though.
you know it dies right here because it's your man. You was involved with it him. A nigga, you put some
Allegedly,
dirt on.
it could. It still should come back and bite you in the ass.
But not
Even
if you
if it's
did it
your
with him,
man.
you know all the
Right.
information, nigga. I did the dirt with you.
Sure.
So I know everything.
Sure. Gotcha.
But if you putting it on the nigga who did and his people, you don't know what's gonna come back on them.
I got you.
But I ain't in the streets.
I mean,
But
me
it
neither.
was
That's
just
why I'm like,
it was
nigga, I
just
don't
like
know.
a gun case. It wasn't like a murder case and nothing like that. Like there's something
Drug
that
case can get you put up for years.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about family like coming back. Like,
Right.
Retribution.
A murder
You know
case
what I'm
too, shit.
A murder case can, but I'm saying it was just guns. You know, like
Right.
it was just a gun case. He said them was my cousin guns. It wasn't like, oh yeah, that was my cousin. He shot up y'all whole
What if it
block.
was a murder
you know
though?
what I'm
It
saying?
was a murder case. You put it on your cousin.
Listen, dead people.
They
It's
catch
over
it
with
whatever.
for y'all. It's over with.
All that shit, huh?
Don't come to me talking about my cousin and dad. And I'm like, I'm beating him out exactly what he said his cousin
Hold on, what
said.
Ed
Praise
say?
God.
Birdman said he not talking to his half brother anymore for doing that. Everyone agreed, not folks silent about Tiato. If y'all ain't hear me, I said Birdman said he not talking to his half brother anymore for doing that. Everyone agreed, now folks silent. I never heard Birdman said. I wasn't aware of that.
So his,
That's he said. That's what he said. That's what Dirk gonna
That's
do
what
about
Dirk
Von.
gonna do about
Oh yeah, I
Von.
heard about that. They said Dirk gonna put some bodies on Von because Von did. I did hear about that.
Oh wow.
But that's your enemy. Give them all away. Anyway, I'm about to shut it down. Before we say I got biased, I gotta do one thing. I gotta say happy birthday to my girl. You know what I mean? It's a motherfucking 35th birthday. So happy birthday to my girl today. Can I get a clap
happy
for that for my girl? You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday, sis.
I love
Everybody
birthdays.
already know
Happy
my girl
birthday.
is. But other than that, goddammit, man, appreciate you coming. I thought it was a dope ass show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Good time. I already know you said some shit piss people off. I love that. Love that. I know the women don't like you. I love when the women don't like you.
I hope they do, ladies.
Nah, I'm
I
just
am
playing.
for the women. I am pro
Are
black
you?
and I'm pro women.
Are you?
Yes, because niggas ain't shit.
Okay.
I mean,
That is not true.
okay. I'm sorry.
You just got to pick
Most. I
And
gotta
stop peeing in the pool.
I gotta pick better. It's cool. I'm going on a few dates though.
I bet you the fuck is too. I bet you the fuck is sitting here talking all that shit. Nigga waiting for
Right.
a phone call. Nigga waiting outside this motherfucker right now. Like, Joe, when y'all gonna be done with this motherfucker?
Right.
Ted, see, Ed said you dope.
Oh,
I try
thank
to tell
you.
motherfucker, y'all sleep on Ted, Joe. Ted, one of my favorite guests in this motherfucker.
I really enjoy myself when I come on the show.
Especially when she get West Side on you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry about that, guys.
No, she ain't. She down there was hoping Jamie said something. I'll just play. I don't want to put that.
Yeah, don't be
I'm
kicking up
sorry,
no
Jamie.
dust.
I'm sorry, girl.
But
Sister
anyway,
power.
hey man. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for coming out as always. Goddamn it, we ain't did this in what, like 3 weeks?
It's been about 3 weeks.
Man, been about 3 weeks. It feel good. Goddamn it, we got the Vixens podcast. I don't know if they permanently moving to Saturdays. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. Goddamn it, but they didn't have a show on Tuesday because they definitely doing a show this Saturday. So you gotta find out if that's their permanent night.
Yeah,
or
check
not.
them out. Check them out.
Yeah, you know, they especially on Saturday. I think they're doing it like Saturday morning last time. I just looked at Facebook one day on a fucking Saturday and they was in there going in. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Y'all just doing a show middle of Saturday afternoon?
And you know they drinking, so early in the
show.
fucking morning.
You should have came, man. Crystal State, listen. Yeah,
You been a guest on their show?
No, I haven't been on their show.
Oh,
but I
you need
watch
to
it. I
be.
tune
Oh,
in
they'll love
sometimes.
you.
You need to be
They'll
on
love
there.
you. They'll love you.
Yeah.
They
What
gonna-
up, Crystal?
First 10 minutes, they're gonna be talking about dick. Just telling you not. Just be ready. They'll be talking about dick first 10 minutes. That's what they do. That's how
Because
they do.
we think about
Saturday
it.
night.
We trying to
Chris-
tell you
Chris-
that.
hey,
We
what-
think
fall right
about
on
What
it.
in.
time, Crystal? Crystal
fall
said,
right on
Crystal
in.
said Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday night. What time Saturday night?
What
Crystal?
time Saturday night?
Let the people know.
Because I don't get upset. I kick a hole in the speaker.
Yeah,
pull the
and thank you
plugs,
for letting
and
us
I
use your
jack.
page tonight, Crystal, because this motherfucker Lim is a felon and don't even know it. He got warrants and
Man, I'm in motherfucking Facebook jail for I can't go live. I don't give a shit about that because I don't go live often anyway.
shit. But anyway,
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Vixen, Saturday, 8
Okay,
o'clock.
Saturday
8
night,
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Vix is gonna be on. Check them out. You know, I already know they're gonna be on there acting crazy and shit. And as always, we appreciate y'all for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful show. Appreciate you for joining us, Tev.
Happy to be here. Thanks
Lim,
for
any
having me.
final words?
Nope.
All right.
Love yourself.
boy.
Be safe.
Peace. You messed up our outro, man.
Yeah, goof ass.
Awesome. Love yourself.
Love yourself, man. You gotta love
Fake
yourself.
positive ass nigga. As soon as he get off, he gonna shit on everybody.